Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Got a great broadcast lineup for you this morning. Got a question that we're going to ask. Got a question we're going to ask this morning that I want a lot of interaction from you all if you don't mind doing that for me. I want to get some interaction from you all. And before we even go there, I hope you all had a fantastic weekend. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. I know I had a real good weekend. Did some fishing Saturday. Did a little fishing Sunday. Then I came home and had to mow my grass for the first time. The grass is growing up, and so I had to go ahead on and put some handlebars on it. Had to put some handlebars on it. But I want to go ahead and play this right here. You know, we got this event going on this weekend. And if you're in the area, please come out. Have a good time with us. Let me play the clip. There we go. There we go. And if y'all hear some ringing in the background, that's me. I'm trying to say that there's some issues going on with our phone line. So we got a little issue with our phone line. So I'm trying to get Captain Leonard in with this. Trying to get Captain Leonard in with us. So that's the ringing that you all hear in the background. I think we have him. Captain Leonard, good morning. How you doing, sir?
Good morning, Raheem, and morning, Glow family.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. I was asking about the weekend, Leonard. How was your weekend, brother?
Pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't.
Pretty good.
I'm
always gonna have a good weekend.
Good deal. Good deal. Yeah, me, man. What I did the weekend, I did a lot of fishing this weekend. Saturday and Sunday, I went out to the pond and did pretty good out there, man. Went out to the pond, did pretty good.
Good.
And then Sunday, I came home and I pulled in my yard. I looked around at my yard. I said, "Oh, gotta get it, gotta get it." So I went out there and did some yard work, man. Mowed my grass for the first time and e pluribus unum for this year, cause you know how the grass grow, man. And so had to get out there and
All right.
had to go out there and do a little yard work on Sunday. So took care of that. Old lady was happy. She was happy. But I had overall, man, I had a pretty good weekend.
Yeah.
Now what's going on? Now what's going on in the political world? Any new thing that you need to get everybody up to speed on?
But no, not really. Except for the Senate did pass those voter suppression issues.
Hmm.
So one, that's where the focus is to fight against those bills that to try to get those bills changed,
Hmm.
so we can go back to the advances that were made in regards to early vote drop boxes, increasing access to the absentee ballots as well.
Hmm.
So that's always the issue. Like I said, the vote is most important,
Yeah.
especially when you coming up on some people coming up on midterm elections
Hmm.
and things like that. We got to go in and do the internal state work now on removing uh, 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 what am I trying to say? Senators and legislators. We got to
Hmm.
and representatives. So the midterm elections are coming up, where you get a chance at your state levels and things like that to vote on representatives as well in your state. Like I
Hmm.
said, it made no sense if your state went blue for the federal election to vote for the Democratic ticket. You need to make sure that your state legislatures have the power on the side of the Democrat.
Hmm.
If not, you will continue to operate as a red state,
Hmm.
which is one of the situations we have here in Georgia. Yes, we voted with Biden for the federal election, but our internal state government is still very heavy leaning towards our opposition,
Hmm.
in this case, which is the Republican Party.
And explain to everybody, Leonard, and I know exactly what you mean, but explain to everybody exactly what that means and how that could hurt us in a roundabout way.
Well, actually, just like with the issue that related to the federal fight and why we were fighting so hard to get our United States Congress representatives from Georgia, John Ossoff and Raphael Warnock.
Hmm.
Now, they vote in the U.S. government as representatives from the state of Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
However, our state government is still very heavily uh, uh, giving much power to Republican Party.
Yeah.
We also have a Republican governor.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to constantly fight because of the bills and things that come across in the Georgia legislature, which disenfranchises people, not just from a voting perspective, but in everyday life, various types of bills and ordinances and all those types of things in your state that govern you as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be just as active in participating in those state elections as well,
Mm-hmm.
because that's a lot closer to you as well as regards to various states are different. They have different issues. You may have a water resource issue in your state or something like that, and you may have your public service commission and all these other types of government entities as well that are operating and may somehow affect you.
Mm-hmm.
Like say for instance, how important would it have been to have people more concerned about the health care of people voting in terms of changing the water system in Flint, Michigan?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Had you had more concerned individuals there in the decision making process, you probably wouldn't have poisoned Flint, Michigan.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow.
But when you're pro corporation and you're pro big business, you don't think about that. And your priority is more so making sure that those people who have money continue to get more money and and they have more influence over your government when you don't show up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you got to get off the high that you was probably on with that federal election. That's over with.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to do work in your state and local areas now.
Make some things happen. Make some things happen, and vote the ones that, like you said, the ones that don't care, vote them out because you do have a group of individuals. I'm not gonna say who they are, but everybody listen to my voice know that are more concerned about the corporation. They're more concerned about the rich getting richer and the poor falling to the wayside, if you will. And so we have to get those people that think and feel that way. We have to get them out of there. We have to because they certainly don't have anybody's best interest at heart, other than the rich guy. Am I right when I say in saying that, Leonard? Can you hear me? Hello. Think we might have some tech. Leonard, are you there? Leonard done hit the mute button. I think you hit the mute button there, Leonard. I think you hit the mute button. This person here says, "I love corporation." Let me see what he said. I love corporations and tell this caller. Oh Lord. Now, one thing we're not gonna do, you're not gonna come in here and disrespect anybody. That's not what we do. We don't do the disrespect here. So if you're coming in, hydro gamer, if you're coming in and being disrespectful, no, we're not having that. We're not having that. So no, I won't even divulge that information. That last part of what you just said, we won't do that. I think we have some issues with our phone lines because I can't hear Leonard right now. Oh, okay. There go Leonard. He's coming into the room. Okay, hold on for a second. Let me get you in here. Give me 1 second, y'all. We're having a little technical difficulty. You know that Monday morning they hadn't had their coffee yet. They hadn't had their coffee on Monday morning, so hopefully we're gonna get Leonard in here for 1 second. But my thing is right here, and you say you love corporation. You love corporation. And I'm trying to figure out you explain to me why you say you love corporation. The phone went out. Okay, explain to me why you say you love corporation. Mm-hmm. I'm going to kick you out, brother. I'm going to kick you right on out. Whoever that is, Hydro Gamer, we're going to kick you out of here because, like I said, man, we're not here to stir up. That's not what we do here. I mean, there's a lot of platforms that do the things that you're trying to do right now, but this is not one of them. So again, be respectful, or you can find your way out of here. Okay. Um, I'm trying to see what's going on with Leonard Line there. Good. They're on as good or bad as the people running them, but not only reading what you're saying here. I'm reading your comments. Okay. All right. Now, again, we have a topic today, and the topic that we're going to talk about today is Basically, it's about love. What you won't do, you do for love. What you won't do, you do for love. And I'm trying to figure out what is the and I want you to call in and let me know. The phone lines are open 678-381-1973. 678-381-1973. Phone lines are open. I think they're open. Linda said we're having some issues with the phone lines, so I'm gonna shut it down and bring the phone lines back up. So hopefully we'll get that worked out. Leonard, are you there, brother? Leonard, are you there? I see and hear you, but obviously can't hear me. No, I can't hear you, brother. I see you there, but we don't have any feed from you at all. So go out and come back in for me. Go out and come back in. Maybe it might be a bad connection on there. So yeah, there you go. So we trying to get Leonard in with us. So y'all bear with us just for a second as we fight through this Monday morning activity that we're having here. This Monday morning activity or lack of, I guess you could say. But let me see here. I'm gonna get Leonard in just one second. Let me see here. I think the phone line should be working now. 678-381-1973. 678-381-1973. 678-381-1973. Give us a call. We'd love to hear from you and love to have your input. I see Leonard is back there, but we don't have his video as of yet. And so hopefully his video will be coming up too. And so, but in the meantime, the phone lines are open 678-381-1973. We're talking about what you won't do. There was an old song back in the day too. My wife made me aware of it. I forgot about it. What you won't do, you do for love. Give us a call 678-381-1973. What is the craziest thing that you or somebody that you know have done for love? What is the craziest thing that you or someone that you know have done for love? Phone not answering. I'm not. Oh, okay. Leonard, see you're not trying to add the video. Leonard, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, okay. I was looking for your video to come through.
Right. So as you can say, my icon not popping up. So something is wrong with the connection.
Oh, okay. Good deal. Leonard, now either you or somebody else that you've seen, because I know I've seen a lot of situations, brother. We're talking about what you won't do, you do for love. Now there was a song back in the day. My wife made me aware this morning that there was a song based on this. I'm gonna look it up see who it was because I do remember the song now, but I can't remember who sings it.
He's
But
a
what?
white guy.
Oh, okay,
I
okay,
can't
okay.
remember his name.
And that joke got
It'll
some
come
jazz
to
in
me.
it though.
Oh yeah,
What
he's
you
very
want
good.
to do?
Yeah, that's a beautiful song.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He did that, man. He did
Yeah,
that.
I can't remember his name though, but it'll come to me. It'll come
Oh,
to me.
okay. But we're talking about what you won't do, you do for love. And asking the question, what is the craziest thing that either you, Linda, or you've seen somebody else do for love?
I don't know. I mean, I've seen people infatuated, but they ain't love nobody.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen just plain just fanatics.
Okay.
So you can kill another person.
Good Lord.
Seen a person do that.
Mm.
They did all but 25 years.
Good Lord. Mm.
Caught their wife messing around.
And killed her.
Yeah. No, killed the guy.
Mm. I've never understood that, Leonard. And I think I said something about that here on the broadcast as well. I don't know if I understand that because my thing is, if a guy is stepping to your girl, he may not know that she's involved or whatever. And even if he do, you don't have you don't have a situation with him. You have a relationship with her. And so I don't understand why, you would step to, like I said, if a girl were to come and talk to me, my wife shouldn't have an issue with the young lady. She should have an issue with me because she's married to me. You know what I mean though. And see, I see that all the time. They go a guy, somebody be stepping to his girl, whatever, and he'll go try to fight the guy. What you fighting him for? He
I
did the
mean,
same thing that you
it,
did when you was trying to get with her.
it's very natural. Very
Mm.
natural. It's a very natural emotion that most individuals have.
Mm-hmm.
And unless you're doing something to particularly keep it under control, it will get out of control.
Mm.
It's very animalistic.
It is very,
Yes.
very, because even in the and see, I visualize things. Even in the animal kingdom, you have a lions come try to take another pride, and come and the lions fight either to want to run away or to the death.
Hmm.
What I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me. This guy, he's coming up, he's trying to talk to your girl. She know that y'all in a relationship. She know. It ain't like she didn't know.
Right.
And it ain't like soon as he walked up, she forgot all the existence that you there, that y'all got a relationship, that y'all been being together for the last X amount of time. And now, you gonna walk in there, you gonna say, wait a minute, what's going on here? Hey man, what you doing talking to my girl? Man, your girl, man, I didn't know this was your girl, bro.
I mean, as long as someone didn't know, I don't see what the issue is.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
if they honestly didn't know,
Yeah.
most people know.
And so is that a reason to fight the guy, even if he knew?
Well, I mean, it
Because
just depends. I mean, you don't need a good reason.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's somebody uh, obstructing what you want.
Mm-hmm.
So I
But
mean, that's where issues come from. It ain't got to be a good reason.
but see, Leonard, the thing about it, it's not gonna stop there, because if she did that and she opened up that door and allowed this guy to get in that way, you fight him. Next week it's gonna be somebody else.
Right. You
Because
probably want to get rid of her.
yeah, exactly, exactly. Because she's the problem.
Yeah.
She know that y'all in a relationship, and but see, but the sad part about it, Leonard, some people like that kind of drama.
That's why you should secure your interest.
Mm-hmm.
If you that concerned, marry her.
Mm-hmm. Nah, no, no,
Then
no,
then
no,
she still
no,
then hey,
no,
if she
no.
not objecting or obstructing other people, then one, y'all just friends.
Mm-hmm. No, but look here, I'm gonna tell you something. No, don't marry her, because if she doing this thing on that level,
What was she doing? What was she doing?
opening up the door. She,
Because
she,
she could just be beautiful and attractive.
but see, and that could be the case. But my thing is this right here, Leonard. Even if she's beautiful and attractive, not dead gorgeous, like look, I gotta say it like this: Holly Berry or my wife. I gotta say it like that. Not dead gorgeous, right? And guy come up and try to talk to her. That's the time that no, I'm involved with somebody. I appreciate. I'm
Right.
flattered.
It's not her fault.
If she don't stop it, it is.
No, all she had to say no thank you.
Exactly. That's all she had to do. Say
Yeah,
no,
as long
thank
as
you.
she doing that, what's the problem?
Now, see, if now I'm gonna tell you something. If she say no, thank you, and she, stop trying to stop, and he's just overly pursuing. Hold on, bro. Now it's the issue, because she done told you. She
Exactly.
told Now she told you. Now that's the time I'll go after him,
Right.
because now you wrong.
That's
But
when you're
if
supposed to go after him.
yeah, but if she just sitting there eating it up and and all this old crazy stuff, hold on. Now, no, hey, bro, hey, man, look here. This is my girl, man. We got some business to take care of. Talk to you later. You know what I mean? Now you know. Now
I
you know.
mean, I don't know what you're talking about. Man. I mean, why can't she talk to people? I mean, what's the deal?
It's not that she can't talk to people. But my thing is,
So
and
you
I
interjecting what you
no,
think going on?
no, I'm watching. One thing about me, and I know you know this about me more than a lot of other people. I'm gonna watch for. I'm gonna watch for a minute. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna pay attention. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch until I get. Okay, now I got the whole picture. I got the whole picture now. Then I interject. But my thing is right here. Not that she can't talk to anybody, because we go to functions all the time where there's a lot
Hmm.
of people. And I would never tell my wife, you can't talk to this group or this. Nah, 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 nah. Never would I do that. But my thing is, I can walk into a room. Lynn, I'm sure you could do the same thing. I could walk into a room full of people, and if I spot my wife out across the room, I could look at her. I could look at her, looking. I can tell whether she's ready to get up out of there, whether she's having a good time, or whether I need to go over there and handle some situations. I could look in her eyes, man, from across the room and tell that. And I'm sure,
Mm-hmm.
you being married, as long as you've been married, you can do it too.
Mm-hmm.
You can walk into a room and look, and once y'all meet eyes, it's like she's telling you without saying a word. I know you can do that, man. I know you can, because I can. And so, if I walk into a room and I look at her, and I know she's all right, I'll say, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I go on here, don't work my part of the room, do what I got to do, and blah.
Right.
Blah. But if I walk into the room and I look across the room and I look at her and she like, get me the heck out of here. You know how you know that look. Get me the heck
Well, my
out.
wife not going no way, so it don't matter.
What you mean she not going to the function?
She don't be interested in a lot of certain things like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and plus she handles herself very well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And see that, and that's one of the things too. I always told my mom this when I was growing up. I don't want to marry. I didn't, because I used to. I'm honest, it's truth of the matter. Being transparent with. I used to always say I'm not getting married to nobody.
Mm.
That was my mentality. I ain't married nobody. But because I grew up around military, and I saw, man, military is ruthless, man.
Well, I don't advise. Out being in the military, I never wanted to be married in the military.
Mm-hmm. That
I
was
don't. I don't care for a lot of that situation, and plus, you should never. It's hard to be married um, in the military. I think
mm-hmm.
for a lot of people, I don't know a lot of people who have been very successful in it,
Mm-hmm.
especially when they're young.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, it's just people and their how they choose to behave, I should say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because I'm gonna tell you something, Leonard. Man, and nothing against the military. Anybody thinking about going into the military, go ahead. It's a great future. It can create great things, doing great things in your life. But at the same time, I've seen firsthand people that was married in the military. Whew, man, look at dudes go off on it what they call the thing when they go away for like 30 days or whatever. I can't remember what it's called, but
Mhm.
they on whatever it is, they go away 30 days. You're gonna be gone 30 days. Wife know they're gonna be gone 30 days. Shh. Soon as the sun go down, then the club turn it up, bro.
It's definitely not for everybody, and those men who have those type of women should know that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like, man, they look here, and they be in the club, and then all you do is come with the right line. You're walking out the door with them. Walking out.
Depends on what you doing at the NCO club where you at.
Man, I was too young to be in there, man. But I'm gonna tell you what used to happen. I was actually in high school, man. I was in high school. What we used to do? My brother used to go into the club. He was in the military. He was in the army. He used to go into the club and have me around the corner. He'd go in, get his hand stamped because they stamp your hand, and he'll turn and he'll walk back. Oh, I forgot something in the car. He walk back out to the car, and he'll come right back and he'll rub his hand on my hand real hard, and have me to go in before him. Have me to go into the club before him, because what happened, it transfers,
So
and
you was up to no good.
I was.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I walk into the club, and the only thing I want to do is look at your hand. Look at your hand. You got the little mark on there. Okay, you go on in. I go to the bar, get me a drink and all kind of things, man. No one ain't old enough to be up in there, man. And yeah, yeah. Look here. Yeah, I think I should leave that right there. I think I
Yeah.
leave it right. But yeah, man, it was some. Leonard, you got a buddy. You got a buddy. On the chat here. You can see it on. Let me see it. Let me see. Can I pull up? Uh, he had a conversation about you earlier. I'm trying to see, can I pull this thing back up? He might he
For
might
some reason, I can't. I did. I'm catching on that one when you go to the Facebook version of the show is where I can see all the comments because
Mm-hmm.
for some reason the comments are not loading to that feed right now on public comment.
Yeah, yeah,
I can see
yeah.
our private chat, but I can't see the public comment.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because yeah, this guy here, he's on he or she. I don't know whether it's a male or female, but they're on Twitch,
Uh-huh.
and so yeah, you won't be able to see it unless you're on the Twitch thing. Let me see. He said he was talking about he loved the corporation when we started.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I mean, if he loved a corporation, that's his business. I don't
Mm.
know. I mean, I don't know what he loves about it, but
I think he took one of his comments down that he had up there, and
unless he
another.
owns one.
Yeah,
And he's one
exactly.
of the people I was talking about, or that person probably thinks they're one of those people.
Mm-hmm.
Because make just owning a corporation don't make you One of the in crowd.
Mm-hmm. He said on corporation. Can you see that, Leonard? Corporations are free market.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, if they believe, that's what they
Mm-hmm.
believe.
And this the part I wasn't gonna post. He said something before this, but he said that you read his
Tell
comment.
Hydro Gamer, I wish I was scared of you. I wish I had that other facet of my being to ever be intimidated by anyone.
Okie dokie. There you have it. I told you I wasn't gonna post it.
So I believe. I mean, I really particularly don't care what it was. It doesn't bother me at all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's just as long as they have a level of understanding of what they're talking about. But from the comments in the post, it doesn't seem like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
if you can send me the post if you would like, but I mean, I don't have no problem talking about free market and things like that or what have you. I'm very well versed in my position,
mm-hmm. Exactly.
so it doesn't
So
bother me.
so again, the phone lines are open 678-381-1973, 678-381-1973. Even the hydro gamer, if you want to, you could call in as well. Give us a call 678-381-1973, and we could get an understanding as to what it is about this corporation that you love so much. Maybe you have a good point. You might
Yeah,
even have.
he may be one of these very wealthy corporation owners,
Mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm.
and that may benefit him. I'm not sure. That's
Yeah,
his thing, not mine.
exactly.
His or her, as a matter of fact. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we're not sure, but like I say, if you're available, give us a call. The phone lines are open. 678-381-1973, 678-381-1973. Now, Leonard,
Yes, sir.
I've seen we talking about this. What you won't do, you do for love. I've seen situations. I've seen situations, man, where a person, quote unquote, and I'm not gonna say,
Why
I'm not.
wouldn't you? But think about it, Raheem. Why wouldn't you do anything for love? I mean, what is it we talking about doing? We want to break the law? I know people break the law, all kind of stuff. People will
Mhm.
do anything. You ain't got to love them. You can just like them. You know what I'm saying?
Or want them, or want them.
Yeah. Or like say for
Mhm,
some people maybe think about it as if it's something you haven't done before, maybe,
mhm,
or maybe someone behaves differently, or do I think a lot of times women's values may change sometimes because you know how sometimes you hear one of the biggest things you hear about when someone is in love, their friends say, "Oh, they don't have time for us no more."
mhm,
Your time definitely changes how you spend your time. So you change how you spend your time. Men
mm,
try not to act like complete idiots a lot of time when they trying to impress a woman or they trying to they don't want to be hanging out with their guys and always catching heck from some a woman that they have a relationship with. So they may cut their friends the time they spend with their friends back.
mhm.
That's a big deal to some people, especially with women. Will say, "Oh, she got a man now, she ain't got time for us."
Yeah.
You hear that a lot.
Mhm.
Or I
Yeah.
think women really change it up when they get in a relationship.
And then loaded question. I'm gonna ask you this question. Who do you think love harder, men or women?
I don't think it's both the same. I don't think it's any different. Love is what it is. If you're that
Mhm,
type of person that really loves people, then you don't have many issues. But women probably love faster, maybe.
mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
I think that may be a difference. Women usually start loving men who show them attention faster, I think.
Mhm, mhm. Do you think because of the women are a little more in some situations? I've it seems like it's changing these days. But in some situations, women are a little more emotional than we are as men. Do you
Most
think that
definitely.
do you think that has something to do with it?
Well, like you say, things are all changing different both ways. So we don't want to exclude because it's a bunch of real emotional men out there. Not my,
Which is
not my cup of tea. But I
not
do think that Women are a lot more emotional. They show their
Mm-hmm.
hand quicker.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. And so, with that being said, with women being a little more emotional, I tend to think, and no, there's no absolute in any situation that we ever talk about. There's no absolute, but I think there's a lot of time women would love a little harder, and like you said, faster than we do because they have that emotional element tied up in them more than we do.
No, but then again, women want to be in love too.
Yeah, yeah. Hold on now, no, no, some bros, I'm not gonna let you say that men don't want to be in love. Sometimes they do
A lot
too.
of times, men just usually looking for tail.
I was hoping you weren't gonna go there. Go
I
ahead.
mean, I don't be playing no games like that, man.
Mhm.
You know what, dudes? If that was the case, then most men would be married.
Yeah. So basically, you saying if there was a law that you can't get no tail unless you're married, these men will be married right and left. Divorce
Just
rate will be out of the
yeah,
roof.
yeah, yeah.
Divorce, the divorce rate will be out of the roof. I promise you, the divorce rate will be out of the roof. Let me see. Nicholas Rivers says, "Oh my God, I'm loving that." Okay, good deal, good deal. Appreciate it, appreciate it.
I
But
mean, I don't think it's a bad thing at all. But you
mhm,
know, that's where controlling yourself and being about your business makes a lot of sense because
mhm,
women need to realize that that's what people are after.
mhm,
Now you can sit here and yeah, we want them to get to know you and everything, but that priority, that's the
mhm.
way a man made.
Yeah. End of the day, that's what that's his main
Because
objectives.
from across the room, I don't know who you are.
Mhm,
I may have never spoken to you before, but there's something about when I see you and I want you makes me come to you.
mhm. Like a
I think
moth to
that that's
a flame.
very male.
Yeah, like a moth to the flame, burned by the fire. There's a
And that's
lot of
why
time.
I don't, you know, man, you know how some people always try to cover it. I don't make no excuses for being a man and
Mhm,
being attracted to females. I don't
mhm,
make no excuse for that.
mhm. It's a
You
natural.
know, yeah, it's just it's just natural. You know
Mhm,
that way. You know, and everybody has their own thing. You know, some people say, well, they may just like redheads do it for them or something like that. Blah 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 blah. You know, everybody got their little thing that's
yeah,
attractive to them.
mhm,
And some men, you know how men are. Men may be attracted to a bunch of different things.
yeah. Big butt and a
You know,
smile.
but I think that it's very natural. You know, you can't be just over there like no wild animal.
Mhm. No,
You supposed
uh,
to be a man.
trying to hunch everything to come in the room, just hunch it.
Right. You know, but trust me, it jumps off just like that.
Mhm.
And if men don't learn how to control themselves, this is why we wind up how we wind up where we are today.
Yeah, yeah. Because I'm gonna tell you something. You got some bros, you put them in the room, whatever come in that room, they just want to hunch. They hunch.
Babies that are made out of love have a better opportunity.
Yeah. Do people know do really understand what love is these days though, Leonard?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yes, I do. I know that's because that's why they lie about it so much.
Mm.
Because they know what it is. Some people don't want to admit it ain't there. Women have some people, what is it? Friends with benefits.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't love one another, but we love what we do with one another.
Mhm.
We don't love each other enough to commit and provide for one another and take care of one another and be there for one another and things like that. We just like to screw.
Mhm. Last week on Friday, I went to one of the dealerships here to have my wife's car service, and she and that's why I did the glow from home Friday. 'Cause I knew we had to
Oh,
go get a
okay.
that's why I had to go get a car service and stuff like that. So I said instead of me coming all the way over here, then going all the way back home, and I said I just broadcast from home, and then when I finish broadcast, we'll take on off, and then give us an earlier start. And so we went to the Toyota dealership and get a car service. I didn't want to say what dealership it was, but it slipped out. But and as I was there, man, and I love I love old people. I just love old people, man. I saw this old couple coming across the parking lot, And I just met him, man. I just started talking to him. We was in the parking lot just talking. We talked for about 20 minutes, just them and I talking. And come find out they had been married to each other for 59 years.
Wow.
They've been married to each other for 59 years. And I look, laugh. I mean, hey, Leonard,
Yes, sir.
guess who we got on the phone with us, man?
Who that?
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Well, this is Shlomo Willie from Memphis, Tennessee. This is Shlomo Willie. What up, everybody? This is Shlomo Willie.
What's going on, Smo Willie? How you doing today, sir?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, I just got my permit. I got my permit. Yes, sir. I got my permit. I got my alligator shoes. I'm about to walk down the street and got my permit and my shoes. That's what I'm about to do.
Your perm and your top and your bottom is covered. Your top and your bottom is covered.
That's it right there, brother. I'm shopping out to the carpet. You hear me? I'm shopping out to the carpet. I'm gonna tell you something. At 7:30 in the morning, I put on a 3-piece suit.
Come on.
In the living room. You know what I'm saying? That's how I be clean. Clean at the board of hell.
Clean. That's the, come on now. Sharp is, what's that, hospital carpet?
I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna tell you that. Look here. Let me tell you that. I'm telling you that. I'm cooler than a menthol snowball. You better talk about it. You better talk about it. Talk about it.
I like that one.
Lord. Man, what's going on with you, man? Hey, good to hear from you, brother. Always good to hear from you. How you doing, man?
Man, just got through, man. Just got up a little comedy tour, man. You know, things back opening up a little bit, man. You know, God been amazing, man, through this pandemic, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're just trying to unite brothers, man. I said I'm gonna call my brother, man. You know, and I apologize, man. You know, I just been going through a lot of stuff, man. You know, but never get out there. But you know, God been bringing me through it, man.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Hey, ain't number love here, brother. You know that. You already know, man. Ain't number love here, man. Ain't number love. I need to ask you a question though. We got a topic today, and I need to hear your heart on this topic. You know, Leonard going in, and I want to hear your heart on this. We got LL today. Leonard and Laugh. We got LL today.
All right.
So listen.
We need love. We need love. Rock the bell. Go on, get it.
Come on now. Listen, and speaking of love, our topic is what you won't do, you do for love. What is the craziest thing that you or you've seen somebody else do for love?
Well, spend money that you ain't got. I mean, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know, you go out here and put yourself in debt trying to prove somebody you love them, but then, you know what I'm saying, but your action is tied up in materialistic things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about it is, you know, it's to the point now where it just got outrageous.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing of it is, if you love somebody, you know, it's the small things that mean more than you going out here trying to prove something to them and trying to buy something that you can't afford.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, a lot of times, you know, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I was so head over heel over this girl one time, man. I was taking my whole little window check, man. You know, man, I was trying to. My little winter check was like $179 a week. You know, I feel like I was balling then. You know, I was a young cat. And I'm trying to buy her, and she had me and another dude. You know what I'm saying?
So she was getting it from both sides.
Yeah. So you know, no wonder her stayed done.
One of y'all gonna do it. One of y'all gonna pay for it.
And the nails done. You know what I'm saying? Somebody pay for the hairdo. Somebody take care of the nail and the toe. I know, you know, I probably would take care of the lesser one, you know, because I couldn't give much out of my little check. You know, I like, hey, look, I'm going to break bread now, but I can't break that much. You can get the 2 end pieces, but you can't get the metal. You know what I'm saying? Or you throw you these hot $40.
Hey, Leonard, he said you're going to get the 2 end pieces. That's all I can give you.
That's all I need. The 2 end pieces. We don't even never know what the 2 end pieces is, though. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what they're for.
You know?
I only know what they're for. To be honest with you, I have no idea what they're for. Because don't nobody eat them.
But you know what? I'm telling you something. they said to keep the bread fresh, but you know what I'm saying? It don't make no difference.
Yeah.
Cause when you get down to that landlord part, you eat that too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I eat them.
That's the one came out the oven last though. You know what I'm saying?
Leonard,
hey, let me tell you this. Let me tell y'all this crazy stuff. You got a minute? Let me tell you this story quick.
Man, tell it to me.
Okay, bro. Let me tell y'all. Listen, man. Black people, y'all need to get insurance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cause my friend, a cousin had died. Me and a cousin were cool, but I hadn't seen him in a long time, right?
Uh-huh.
It had been a long time, so he passed away. So his cousin, she called and she was like, "Hey Jerry, you know your boy died, right?" I was like, "Who?" She was like, "Yeah, you know Stan passed away." I'm like, "Oh man, when Stan passed away?" She was like, "He passed away in October." I was like, "What?"
October.
In October. I said October. I said, where the funeral was? They said, we're just having it this week. I was like, what? I said, so wait a minute, so you telling me he died in October of last year, 2020. But y'all just not burying him. 2021.
That's a long time, brother.
Huh?
Where the body at?
So
where the body? That's a long time for the body to just sit there.
The body, they had the body in the freezer.
Huh?
That's where they put you.
They had him in the freezer. They had him in the morgue. He was in the morgue in the freezer. So they were. I thought the state would have picked him up and gave $250 on the funeral. You know what I'm saying?
Something. So
okay, but now check this out.
Talk to me.
Listen, they had to raise the money to have a funeral.
Uh-huh.
So what they didn't tell me is that I could have helped them out. You know what I'm saying? I could have did something, a comedy show or something, and raised some money to get the man buried.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, make a long story short, the story short, stone long. This happened.
Yeah.
He went in the funeral home. He was bald head. But by the time they buried him, he had an afro. I don't know how his afro. But anyway, I told him they need to plant his hair or something while he was in the coffin because his hair too long. So anyway, and they didn't even have enough money. So man, I'm way in St. Louis, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm at the funeral, and I'm thinking the funeral home gonna roll him in, right? I look at the door. I'm sitting at the back door, and the man tap on the door. I open the door. It's a UPS man.
What?
What the UPS man? I said, what the UPS man doing at the funeral?
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah.
He rolled the bottle in on the dollar. I gave him enough money for the hearse and the cash.
So the UPS.
So the UPS rolled him in.
Yeah.
Yeah, UPS rolled him in. And he was just leaning up on the dollar. They stood
so he ain't had no casket.
Told everybody, yeah. He was just standing up there with his hand crossed in the front of him. Not even put his hand across his head. He stood up in church like he was going to make a public announcement speech. So I was like,
why did they put a cigarette between his fingers? Did they put a cigarette between his fingers?
No, they ain't had a cigarette there, but he was standing there with his half raised. And I was like, he got his half raised. Who brings his half? So anyway, so after they rolled him in on the dollar, right? Man, I was like, how they gonna get him to the grave site? I don't know. UPS gonna take him to the grave site, right?
Uh-huh.
So they were like, no, he got to ride in the family car with y'all. I like, who riding the family car with who? Cause they had me in the family car, you know. Yeah. It was like I was close to the family. I was like, no. So they put him in the family car with us. So
y'all riding around with a dead body.
Yeah, he was in the car and he was still. He couldn't put on a seatbelt. And you know they still ain't buried him, right?
Why they ain't buried him?
Cause he got to go to court for a ticket he got for he having no seatbelt. So he go to court next Tuesday. So I guess they pay the fine or whatever, they go ahead and build it.
So let me ask you a question. UPS gonna make sure he get to the court?
I don't know who's gonna get to the court, but I mean, I don't know how that's gonna work out though. But I don't know how the police felt about that. He gave that man a kick.
Look at
he had no seatbelt on.
Dead man. Dead man was kicking. He gonna hurt. He gonna get hurt if there's an accident because he dead already. He gonna get hurt.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what I'm saying, but the police on, he was killing it. You know what I'm saying? He was killing it.
Yeah. So, he sure was killing it.
Killing it. Yeah. So I don't know how they're gonna pay it out. They were looking at me. They were like, "Well, how you gonna, what you gonna do?" I'm like, "I'm gonna leave. I can't be here with y'all." I called Uber. I told let me out. I said, "I can't do this no more."
Man, look at that's a traumatic situation right there, riding around with the dead body, man. That could be traumatic.
But he in jail. Now. Yeah. I don't know if he on power or not, but he in jail. I don't know if they put him in the cooler now, but he in jail and stuff.
Hey. He said, "I don't know if he thawed out." Did you hear that?
Yeah.
He said, "I don't know."
But he in jail though, man. It's crazy, man.
It's crazy how things work out, man. It's crazy. And just
man, I'm telling you, man. I'm starting to go GoFundMe pay for.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm starting to go GoFundMe pay for.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna help out, man. I'm gonna help out. I'm gonna send a few.
What you gonna do?
Send a few ice cubes.
Boy, you know what? I'm gonna tell you. You know what, Ryan? You were thinking the same thing. I'm gonna send some bags of ice. You know, I told him I'm gonna send some bags of ice.
Help him out. Help him out. Send him some ice. Yeah. Everybody got to do something.
Yeah, everybody. I'm telling you, I want all the listeners, man. I want y'all to do me this favor if y'all can. I need y'all to cash out me $1.79.
Okay.
So I can send the families some money to buy some ice.
Yeah. Gonna need some ice now. He gonna need some ice because otherwise he gonna thaw out, and if he thaw out, he gonna start to smell. You don't want that.
Yeah, but he was kind of stinking in the car.
And
then they had him all up. They had him all in between the middle of the seat, and then his mom in the car crying.
Did y'all put a mask on him?
Yeah, and you know what? They had a mask matching his suit.
Come on now.
Man, you ought to see it with purity. He had on a polyester suit. They had a polyester mask on his face.
That's back in the day there.
Huh?
That's back in the day, that polyester. That's back in the day there, bro.
Yeah, he had on the polyester bottom suit. And when he came in, but I'm gonna tell you, man, this was the sad part about it, right? His son came in the church, right?
And
he was crying, but he was on the hoverboard. He rolled up to his daddy, and I was like, "Is he on the hoverboard?" And he was like, "Pop, you know too soon." I was like, "Yeah, whatever." I was like, "Well, he grew older." And I said, "Well, ain't nobody saying about him on the hoverboard."
Yeah, exactly.
What's going on right here? Yeah.
Got his own thing going on.
Then his daughter got up and started singing, man, Raheem.
Can she sing?
Man, what? Could she sing? Hey, boy, she sang that song, everybody was in the shout. I could have been dead, sleeping in my grave. I say, what? I said,
at a funeral?
This ain't the funeral for me. This ain't the funeral for me. This ain't for me.
Exactly. Rico.
Grand Rising, bro. What's happening with y'all, man?
Hey, what's going on with you? What's going on, man? We got Laugh a Lot with us this morning, man. He telling us a story about his weekend, man. What happened the weekend, man? See the fella died in October. They just buried him in March last week. They couldn't come up with the money.
That's bad business right there. They couldn't even get no GoFundMe, huh?
Man, I don't know what's going on, man. See, the man died in October. and they just buried him. And
you're not burying him now.
See, and UPS, and they can afford to hurry, so UPS delivered the man to the funeral. Lord, my Jesus. But Rico, we asking a question, man. We asking a question this morning, and the topic is what you won't do, you do for love. So, what is the craziest thing, Rico, that you or you've seen somebody else do for love? Hey, everybody, mute your phone. Mute your phone. We got some background noise coming through. Everybody, mute your line for me, please.
I mean, I've seen people do a lot of crazy stuff for love. I've seen people actually settle with sharing another person.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? A woman might share a man, man might share a woman out of love, but more or less that might be infatuation, stubbornness. I don't know what you want to call it. But yeah, I've seen a lot of people do a lot of crazy stuff for love. I've seen people jumping raging rivers and floods, you know what I'm saying, and save one from cars too. You know, I mean, you got people that save their children, save their spouses, save their parents, running burning homes. They do that for love. You know, they have a child or a family member burning in a home, and you can't keep them out of that house. They don't care how bad and how raging that inferno is. They going in that house to get that child. I've seen that. You know, and that's what you want. You would want people to actually be courageous when it comes to love, especially in a situation like that, instead of just standing there watching things play out. You know, you see good and bad. Things that are logical. You can expect somebody to say, well, hey, I'm going here to save my baby. But then you also see the ridiculous. You see people actually demean themselves for love or for so-called love, but the other person can't really be loving them to even put them through that. So I've seen people tolerate a lot of abuse and disrespect.
Me and Leonard was talking earlier about if see me and my wife, we at a function, and I see some dude trying to hit on or something like this. We was talking about how a lot of times the guy will go in there and try to fight the other guy, and I said that I wouldn't do that because I don't have a relationship with the guy. I don't have a relationship with if it's my wife and she's entertaining that, then I have an issue with you for entertaining this situation because you know what you and I have. And like I say, long now, I said this before and I say it again. Hey, if I go over there talking to my wife, if you, stay out of this conversation. You ain't got nothing to do with it. You go about your business. Ain't got nothing to do with you. But look here, you ain't gonna stand here and try to interject yourself or play superhero because now I got an issue with you. You get on about your business, man. Look, this is my wife, man. Go head on.
The only way I wouldn't get mad at her entertaining the guy is she felt like this guy would take it to another level and hurt her, try to do something to her. She's trying to keep the trouble down. You know, she actually entertaining just to be nice and try to get him away from her because she feel like, hey, I don't even want my husband to do nothing with this guy because this guy here, he might try to kill somebody up in here. He might have that reputation. She might be trying to protect you and just at the same time feeling like, you know what, well, I can handle this. I could still talk to this guy and make everything go by smooth until he get on out of my face so we don't have these problems. The only way that I would accept that. And she would probably be probably have to let me know, okay, look, man, he was over there trying to be friends with me, but let me handle it. You know what I'm saying? I got about him or whatever. Because and she might be keeping you from going to prison.
Yeah.
Hurt somebody, she might know, you know what I'm saying? Okay, he might look over here and see you talking to me. You ain't saying nothing wrong, but he already got this idea in his mind what you trying to do. My husband ain't gonna put up with it. You got a reputation to go along with you. So my husband ain't gonna play the game with you. He gonna go ahead and end this situation before it even starts.
Yep.
So she might be trying to, actually quell a situation. So it is, a lot of different scenarios can go with that.
Now, what if, and I'm going to go to Leonard, but what happens if you sitting there, you watching the situation, and you can see that she's telling him, "No, man, no, go, I ain't trying to talk to you. I got a husband." She point to you, that's my husband over there, and the guy is still insistent on talking. Now that's a whole different situation. Now, a situation like that, hold on, bro. I saw her point to me, so you know who I am. Now you disrespecting me, and you it's too many different levels here, bro. Now, what do you say to that though?
Oh, he go. When she pointed me and he look over at me, he gonna see a look on my face like, yo, I got something for you. If this is the day for you to find out really and truly how repercussions come to you if you want to get a little silly. I'm you, buddy. I don't care what who you are. Matter of fact, I have a situation. My cousin had a situation come up like that with Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
With Mike Tyson, man, and I didn't know about it at first. He came home. He was playing with the Redskins, and he came home and said, had everybody come over for the Bruce Ellis and the Mike Tyson fight, and everybody was going for Mike except my cousin. I was like, wait a minute, man, this is the first time I ever heard you bad talk Mike. Man, no, he talked about the whole time. Man, everybody like Mike. I beat Mike A. I whoop Mike. I wish I could fight. I wish I could get in the ring and fight him. I'll knock him out. Shoot, I don't care. I'm like, y'all to get in there and knock y'all out for $1 million. I whoop Mike A. I'm sitting there like, man, what's wrong with you? You can fight, but you can't box. And so later I found out that his, at the time, fiance had gone out one night while they was in DC, and he decided not to go out because it was after the game, or maybe they had a game the next day. And Mike tried to push up on him. When he tried to push up on him, he wasn't too much of a, well, he was a gentleman to a certain extent, but this was at that time where he felt like, hey, I'm Mike. I can say what I want to say, and y'all gonna allow it because people been allowing it. And she wasn't biting too much, but at the same time, she was like, Mike Tyson is trying to date me. You know, it really blew her mind. So she came to him. Then Mike Tyson tried to approach him, thinking he was gonna be like, "Oh, Mike Tyson tried to approach you." He got to put his clothes on, trying to come down there and fight. Well, yeah. I said, so I've seen people do some crazy stuff out of love, or maybe not even love, but control.
Yeah. I mean, look here, hey, Leonard, that would have been interesting. Mike Tyson hit hard now.
See, I'm gonna have to shank him.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't go fish to fish with him. I'm gonna have to cut him.
Look at, break him down a little bit for the fight. Just break him down.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna fight, but I'm gonna break you down a little bit before though. I'm gonna break you down. Okay, Leonard.
But those are, like you was talking about, like Rico was saying, you got to be about that life when you out there like that. But I think sometimes it's so funny because I remember younger, and you know how your woman be talking about, "Can I go with you?" No, you can't go with me.
Yeah.
Why you can't go with me? Because that's one less thing I need to worry about. Because trust me, I tell people this all the time. It's okay to go out and things sometimes, but what man wants to be somewhere always having to defend the woman he with? That's not a good time.
Yeah.
That is not a good time at all. And then you got to what if she trying to play little games with you? Because women do that.
Yeah.
You know how you have some women that say, well, if you don't do this and somebody else will, well, you need to be over there then. See, that type of thing, I've seen people get in fights in clubs and women swear, okay, I'm going to act right, go to the club. Next thing you know, how you know her? What she do? Why you not talking to me? Why you not doing this, that, and the other? So those types of things add to the problems. Because like I said, if you out with an attractive woman, men gon' hit on.
Oh, yeah.
Men they gonna look at it. Don't let her be like that type of woman where you just can't stop looking at her. As a dude, you can't get mad because you brought her out here. Same thing you like about her, everybody else like about her in this room. You know her. If we don't even know her, but you know her. We don't know her.
How hard would it be to date Halle Berry when a young Halle Berry? When she was, people say she's one of the most beautiful women in the world. How hard would it be to date her, man, and go to a function like that? Because, like you say, laugh. Everybody gonna try to talk to her. Everybody gonna try to hit on Halle. Don't pitch they shot to Halle Berry. How you gonna talk?
Everybody not. Now, don't say that, Raheem.
Man, Halle Berry pretty to me, man.
But that don't mean everybody gonna take a shot at her.
You don't like Halle Berry? Wait a minute, man.
I mean, I like her, but come on now. If I'm with a woman, why would I holler at Halle Berry?
No, you ain't with no woman. You just out hanging out, and Halle Berry just walking to the bar or to the event that you in, and you look.
No, I'm not that nasty. I'm not that nasty.
Oh, you gonna try to shoot your shot, Rico?
It depends, man. I ain't the type of person that feel desperate or feel like I need to have every woman that I see. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in competition. You know, there's too many women out here for me to compete with you or for me to start peacocking. That's one thing I can't stand, to see a lot of dudes start flipping.
Right.
Want to come around, ooh, man, they turn up and I watch it. I'm like, you just did a 180.
Yeah.
So that smile got real big. Oh, a hole, man, you got a lot of money coming out your pocket for some reason. You know?
Got a hole in your pocket.
I'm not like that, man. I mean, I can appreciate a woman's beauty, but I can definitely also let her know that I'm not desperate enough or desperate. I ain't gonna say desperate enough, but I can let her know that I know how to contain my emotions and also respect beauty when I see it and not act like I haven't seen it before.
It's good. Lab, what do you say to that?
Man, you know, I mean, it's good. She a beautiful woman, but it's a lot of beautiful lady out there. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, you know, every man ain't a dog like that. You know, just because you see a beautiful, attractive woman, don't mean you got to try to holler at her.
Yeah.
And you got to understand something too. Her status, she already knows she's a superstar. She already knows, she already feels she can get anybody she wants. You know, if she really just put the F, she ain't really got to make a strong effort to. But you got to have some kind of morals about yourself. You got to know what you want. You know? And every man ain't like that. You know, I'm going to tell you something. I seen some women so fine, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you had to do like, whoo. Father, in the name of Jesus, Lord, I just ask you to just let me shut my eyes for a minute. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, she be fine, you know what I mean? So they say those who have eyes, let them see. But then sometimes when you see, you look too much.
Yeah.
You look too much, you read too much in it. So, you know, every man, you know, if I'm already with somebody, if I'm not just chilling, if I got somebody in the house that believe in me, you know, that I got somebody strong enough, you know, what they're going to accomplish if I do get an opportunity to talk with her, go ahead and tell everybody, man, I slept with her to be. Then they're going to think you lying.
Yeah.
You ain't slept with no other here. You lying. You know what I'm saying to myself?
I did smell my finger.
Look, let me take a picture of you while you sleep.
Rico, you hear what I said? Then
let me take a picture of you while you sleep, so they can believe me.
Exactly.
And what you doing, and what's your motives behind it, though? That's the thing about it is.
Exactly. Now, Laugh, I gotta hear your input. Now, this is Mike Tyson, and he tried to hit on your girl. How you gonna
get his girlfriend?
That's his girlfriend. At that point,
that's his girlfriend. You go with Mike.
Yeah.
You go with Mike. Unless I got a gun or something, you go with Mike, because I ain't about to fight Mike.
Come on now.
Mike got that old soft, tender voice. And I'm gonna tell you something. They say Mike hit a man so hard, he didn't start swelling up to the following week.
Good Lord. So basically,
I'm telling you.
So basically, you going home without your girl.
Yeah, Mike, that's your girl. I brought her to you, but I'm telling you something. If she sit there and entertain that and know that I love her, and she say she love me, that is a girl. Because at that point, she have disrespected me and her.
Yeah.
But if she tell Mike now, listen, I got a man, and my man, you know, I love my man. I appreciate the gesture, but you know, I declined at this time. It might get, you know, all that. I just had to get beat up. You know what I'm saying? You know, I might get lucky and throw a punch on Mike, and Mike might fall. You know what I'm saying? Because he's still a man. He's still a man. He's still a man. So if he come out of left field, you know, and she trying to tell Mike to go ahead on, And Mike ain't trying to feel that. I ain't trying to feel it neither, Mike.
Yeah.
At what point that you say you gonna stand up for what's right?
Yeah. Yeah. So you're gonna take one for the team. You're gonna take one for the team.
But take this out right here. What if you look like you here to fight an average Joe, right? He might not have no title behind his name.
Yeah.
But everybody else know he's a killer. But you.
You gonna find out today.
You gonna hit him, and he be like, "Oh man, you funny." That's what you want to do with, and beat the brakes off you.
Yeah.
So what you gonna do then?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter who Mike is. It just all the things of it is, his name gave him a reputation of going out here, but he had lost the fight. Now look how Evander Holyfield came up and was thumping him so good he had to fight the man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He had to be hitting him pretty hard.
Else,
he had to be hitting him pretty hard.
They was intimidated. Yeah, they was intimidated by him. And I'm gonna tell you something. So much so, a lot of people is afraid to get in the ring with him because of the past reputation he had. But Holyfield wasn't looking at that. Holyfield was like, I'm just as rough as you is.
Yeah.
I made it to get where I am because I was knocking brothers unconscious. So you just another man to me, and that's what I look at. He's just another man.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. Rico, that doggone Evander Holyfield hit hard too now.
Yeah. He hit Mike could think, and Mike said, what did he hit me with? And did it.
Look at him. Why y'all hitting me? And then when one in there, brother, and then but you and the other man, that man just hit me left at the time. Why all y'all hitting me?
Y'all don't jump me. Y'all don't jump me. No.
Well, Evander didn't have any fear either because they had sparred each other since young. You know what I'm saying? They had already come across each other so many times before in youth boxing. You know what I'm saying? Evander knew what to expect. The average person, they definitely didn't see Mike Tyson in their youth. But boxing circle, Evander Holyfield had seen Mike Tyson before, heard of him. You get what I'm saying? They finally got to spar before the Olympics or whatever. But they train fighters. So Evander Holyfield, he couldn't be scared. He knew he wouldn't know with the same preparation that Mike did. But you have to look at that situation because I can honestly say that we know that whenever a man does feel confident or brash enough to do something like that and disrespect you, then 9 times out of 10, he might have somebody in his back pocket or somebody in his corner that's waiting for that I wish a Ian Wood moment.
Yeah.
So you got some people, they go out on the weekends looking to make a victim out of somebody that didn't know no better. In the process of them trying to prove that somebody didn't know no better, they instigate.
Yeah.
They intentionally disrespecting you because they know a brave man is supposed to step up and say, hey, back up, homie.
Yeah.
Back up, homie. And then somebody standing on the side just, In fact, I saw a video like that last week. This guy was going into a store in New York, and another guy was coming out, and they had words, but he didn't know that the guy was coming out the store was with the guy that was standing outside the store. So the guy that was going in, he had a few words, and then he was going on in, and then the guy that walked out the door pushed the guy that was going in. The guy then came out and started having words with him. He reached in his pocket like he was going to pull his gun out. The guy that was standing beside the door had already inched his gun out because he seen him maneuvering like he was going to pull something.
Yeah.
In his head before he could even pull it out. It was you didn't realize the setup till you saw the video. You were like, oh, they together.
Yeah.
So that's the way a lot of those situations happen. Because a lot of times when you run across somebody that's feeling a little brash like that, they got do boys. They like to sit back and help do part of the dirty work just to belong because maybe they were one of the victims once upon a time. In most cities I go to, I've seen guys like that have a lot of other minions up under them that's willing to be do boys or deputies.
Exactly.
A lot of them. So I mean, you have to worry about that.
Mm-hmm. And we got a couple. We got a caller. We got Badger just came in, so I want to go to Badger and then call him coming to you next. Badger, what we're talking about is and good morning, Badger. How you doing this morning?
I'm here.
Good deal. Good deal. We're talking about what you won't do, you do for love. What is the craziest thing that you or you've seen someone else do for quote unquote love?
Man, aside from movies, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I know I hear a lot of crazy stories, like someone either shooting somebody or being willing to jump off a mountain and all kinds of crazy stuff.
I ain't jumping off the mountain because I ain't worried about the fall. This says stop.
Or
That doesn't stop. What's gonna get you?
I think
But
there
yeah.
was some story I came across where someone was willing to like jump down into the Grand Canyon for love or something, or to prove it or whatnot.
What you gonna prove? That you gonna die?
I have no idea.
That's
I think a lot of that stuff's kind of out there.
Yeah, that's crazy. Cassandra, good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Hey, doing well, doing well. We're talking about love. What you won't do, you do for love. What is the craziest thing, Cassandra, that you or you seen someone else do for love? Cassandra, you got a lot of background, you got a lot of noise coming from your line there, Cassandra.
I'm actually driving.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be noisy.
Okay. You got your windows down or your windows up? Or your windows up or down?
My windows are up.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. What's the craziest thing you or you've seen somebody else do for love?
I think the craziest thing, well, it wasn't crazy to me, but everybody else thought I was crazy, is when I took in my husband's child that he had with somebody else and raised her. Everybody thought I was crazy. And it seemed crazy to me, but I felt like that's what God told me to do.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Laugh, you there? Laugh, you there? Unmute your phone, brother. Laugh, wake up and go to sleep. Wake up and go to sleep. Leonard, and some people would say that they would take that as being crazy or something crazy to do, but is it really?
No, Miss Cassandra was married. I think that's what she's talking about with her husband. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that happens a lot.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a child and it's still your spouse's child,
Mm-hmm.
so the spouse loves the child, you would take care of the child as well.
Mm-hmm.
But, like Miss Cassandra did, Miss Sandra said she took her in.
Yeah.
That's like some people think that's completely crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Me, it wouldn't be none of my business. Because whatever it is, that's what she did for her husband.
Mm-hmm.
He had an awesome wife.
Absolutely.
Because most women wouldn't do that.
Mm-hmm. Most women would leave or contemplate leaving the whole situation altogether. Mm-hmm.
Especially if she didn't know about it.
Mm-hmm.
And he knew about it.
And I didn't know about it.
Right.
But he did know about it.
Well, Lynn, I don't know how he not gonna know about it now.
If someone knocked on my door right now and said they was my kid,
mm-hmm.
I would know I had a kid. He or she would probably be around 30, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we're talking about more if someone had you have to add that extra stuff on there. Somebody had an affair.
Mm-hmm.
You need to ask how I'm still with somebody that had an affair. Some people think that's completely crazy as well.
Mm-hmm.
But when you marry to somebody and you love them, there's a lot of things you would do that most people wouldn't do.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's good. Rico, what's on your heart, brother?
I agree. It gets to a point where Well, I'm gonna say this: a man can very possibly be the father of a child and not know. That happens all the time. You know, you see it on Maury and paternity court. The reason why I say that is because when these women get the results that the father, this person is not the father, that means somebody else is, and that's something without getting that test taken, and they probably send it home not even knowing that a test is required. You know, so it's very possible for a man to not know that he had a child out there, and then all of a sudden, he finds out and he has to come back and tell the woman that he's married to now, look, I had a child before I met you. So this happened. Matter of fact, my cousin's father just passed away last week, and I met his son that he didn't know he had until the boy had turned like 20 years old. And this was only their second time seeing each other when he was coming to see his father for his funeral. But that was just a situation when him and my aunt was together, and my aunt got mad. She actually got mad, and I was like, man, this man didn't even know you existed when he had this boy.
Yeah.
And it's his fault that the woman that had him kept him from him. I mean, she waited all these years looking at this boy's face the whole time, knowing he looked just like this man, but she had another man raising him all these years before she finally decided to open up and tell the truth. She was the only one knew. The boy, he had a feeling because he didn't look like the man that was raising him, but he still had, he paid with his mama, so he just thinking, well, I got my mama look. I mean, you really can't fault the woman or the other significant other for bringing in or accepting that child. But now, if a woman is running around here with a baby and ain't told you she had this baby, she knows she got a baby.
Yeah.
The way she got a baby out here, she don't know about. So now the shoe on the other foot, that would be sort of crazy. Can a man accept a woman knowing that she had I think what the situation was, I saw the other day, this woman had her child when she was 10 years old. They were raised as sisters. So, what would happen then if a man actually met a woman and then all of a sudden this woman came back and said, well, look, that girl that I tell you is my little sister, she actually my daughter. I had her when I was 10 years old. What do you do then? I mean, I'm pretty sure I would accept that child too, because that wasn't her fault at 10. But, that's the only way I figure a person won't know that the child is out there. It's in a man's foot. If it's on his, if he's ever what happened to wear the shoe, that's the only time I can see that happen.
Exactly. Now, and we got another caller. We're going to go to the other caller, but I've heard, I think it might have even been you, Rico, on the broadcast, say that sometime a lady would hide her children, and reel that man in, reel him in to the point whereas now he feel like he's committed and he's in love with her, and then she gets to springing kids on. Well, I got 3 kids. I didn't want to tell you earlier, but these are my kids. Cassandra, how wrong is that?
I mean, I'm sorry. Now, tell me that scenario again.
She's dealing with this man and been dealing with this man for six months, a year, something like that, and he never knew she had kids because she's been hiding the kids all this time. And then when they get real serious or at a very serious point, she spring those kids on him. These are my 3 kids. I didn't want to tell you earlier, but I have 3 kids. How wrong is that? And should he stay?
Absolutely. The relationship should be over at that moment. That's deceitful. And I don't care who does it, a man or a woman. That is horrible. No, I would dump her like a hot potato. You don't do stuff like that, man. People get hurt like that.
Exactly. But she felt that it's better if I just don't tell you right now. And now it's been 8 months, and we
no excuse. It's no excuse from you hiding your children. What the heck is that about? No.
Okay. Donna Tucson, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
I'll be okay.
Now, what would you do in that situation, Donna? You've been dealing with this girl for 8 months, almost a year now. Never knew she had kids. Y'all building for y'all future.
No.
What you gonna do though? I mean, you in love with her now.
No. I mean, wait a minute. Who's Boo Boo the Fool? That you are that distant from a person that you're supposed to be in a relationship that you don't know she got no children, ain't no kid came around in 6 months. You stupid.
Mm. But let's
So
just.
not only do you have to, you should leave her. You leave yourself because you're the biggest dummy. I'm just saying.
But see now, if she were able to pull that wool over your eyes, and then now you know, and now here come 3 kids. What do you do? Do you stay? Do you leave? What do you do?
Well, it's not the kid's fault. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it depends on, you know, I'm just saying, if you did a person that you have a, a fonding for, let me say it like this, because love is hard to define. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
You have a fonding for. If you fond enough, it don't make no difference.
Mm.
I mean, to some. Now, if you you mean to tell me you had 3, 4 kids, she's a genius.
Mm-hmm.
You need to keep her. She's
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. I mean, she may be able to help you with your bank account if she can juggle 3 kids for 6 months. And she's something else. Well, you know, women are. I can't say nothing about women. They are something.
They something else. They are
You
something.
can say something about them. You can say something about them.
They listen to Steve Harvey and believe him.
Mm.
But Joe, believe Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey done set a lot of women up for the Okie. Talking about men are from Mars.
I don't know what Donald talking about.
Well, he done took a turn on you, Leonard. Leonard, he done took a turn on you.
They just bought that book. They just he's let me just say it, and I love my friend, but he's just a sellout.
Mm.
He
Wow.
just sold men out.
Mm.
He done throw men under the bus.
He should have.
Play at one time.
Leonard, did Donald take a turn? Did Donald turn on you?
Donald went left. Donald went left. Yeah.
Wow. Laugh, are you with us, brother? Laugh, are you there? Laugh done fell over. Laugh done fell over. Lord, my Jesus, he done fell over. Now, Rico, what do you say to that, man? Now, all of a sudden, y'all been together 8 months, a year. Y'all in love. You love her. She love you. Y'all are just so good together. Then all of a sudden, she say, I got somebody I want you to meet. And she pulled 3 kids out the back and say, these are my kids. Rico, now you have to make your decision what you're going to do. What do you do?
I'm probably going to get out of there, man, but I'm going to tell you something about how different scenarios can happen, how life can hit you. I hit on this a second ago. It was a girl did a TikTok the other day talking about how she got her dad arrested.
Mm.
So in the process of her telling what happened, she said she had an older sister that was 10 years older than her, but it seemed like this sister did not like her for some reason. She didn't know if the sister was jealous because she came along and she had been the only daughter or what it was. But she would always hear arguments between this sister and her parents. And so she was like, well, I don't know why my sister got something against me because she's only 10 years older than me. So finally, the one that was older got out of school and went out on her own, went to college or whatever, got herself together and decided she wanted to come back and confront the family. What it was her biological father had her at 10 years old. She had her daughter at 10. And they had to raise the little girl as her sister to keep the noise down from what happened. And the 10-year-old girl knew all this time, this is my daughter. I mean, yeah, this is not my sister. Mama, you still making me stay around this man. And so she was rebelling the whole time until she left. But now the girl and her mom has a relationship, even though they didn't get along at first. And like she said, her mom actually had to find a way to live her true self. You know, she didn't want to fake being a sister. She was looking at her as her daughter. But at the same time, she despised her daughter because she was, you know, by her, she was, actually is her sister, being that her father impregnated her. So I imagine if that secret was kept within the community, when that woman got grown, she probably didn't tell a man that either. It probably took her a while to come out and say, hey, look, that ain't my sister, that's my daughter. So what we can do if he finds out that he's with a woman that was not only traumatized like that at 9 or 10 years old, but also has this evidence, this life to show forever till the day she leaves this world, there's going to be evidence right here in existence of how her daddy was doing her. How could you, what would a man do, you know? So it's, it depends on the scenario. It depends, because there might be reasons why a woman, if a woman is having children and putting them off on her mama because she can go chase her career like some women do. You know, I wanted to be an actress. I was singing. I was on the road and this and that. I did what I had to do. Now you just living your best life, chasing your dreams and getting the process. So it's a different scenario. You have to sit down and listen to the story instead of just saying, "Uh-oh, you lied about kids. I'm gone." Listen to the story first. It might be a good reason.
Yeah, it could be. But if there is a good reason, would you stay?
If it's a good reason. If
Badger,
it's all going to be, that's really going to be a defining moment on the type of character she had. Like I said, just having babies in the process of chasing stardom, and her mama was raising them. Then, no, I know you was out here chasing glitz and glamour, but if you had a situation that went on where somebody actually violated you, and that's a result of this 1, 2, or 3 children, maybe your mom couldn't protect you because he was beating her too, and you were too young to run and tell people that you had 3 kids by your dad about 15. But now this woman in her process of growth and recovery, building herself up, she finally lives her truth and says, you know what, man, those are my children. Let me get my children. They need to know the truth too. These ain't my sisters. This ain't my little brother. You my son. You know? And really truly, it would take, if she had a man in her life that she was serious with, man, I mean, he got to deal with maybe the bad dreams that she had and the nightmares that she had. You know what I'm saying? He got to deal with the fact that she's trying to build a relationship with her children as a mother instead of as a sister now. I mean, so, you know, it depends on the scenario.
It's a lot of layers there. There's a lot of layers. Badger, what's on your heart?
Kind of going with what Rico's saying. You know, to me, if I would have been put in that situation, I'd want to have a conversation with her, asking her why did she hide it. Because there could be a lot of reasons why she hid it. You know, I wouldn't just automatically condemn her or judge her because of what she chose to do. You know, so I guess that makes me different. I don't know. It's just, you know, looking at the situation as a whole, it's how do you know without communicating with them? You know, maybe she didn't say anything because every other male she ran into just didn't even want to speak to her, give her the time of day because of the kids. Because you know how society is now. There ain't a whole lot of men that would even be willing to date a woman that has kids.
Yeah, especially on more than 1 or 2 or 3.
Yeah, so maybe that's why. So to me, there's such a wide range of why a person would do that that you can't. I personally can't, in my own opinion, condemn them for it.
Okay, that's a good deal. Good deal. Tucson, what do you say to that, Tucson? What do you do? Cassandra, come to you next. And I think I heard Leonard laughing in the background, so I think you're back now.
Maybe you should ask Leonard what you. You know, because what Rico opened the door for a lot of things, because what he's saying is people go through life.
Yeah.
And life takes a turn on folks.
Exactly.
That
Exactly.
Some are hurt behind what has happened in their younger days. And there are some women, and they are 40-year-old grandparents. Ain't that so? 40-year-old, let me see. 40-year-old grandparents. No, 30-year-old grandparents. 25, 35-year-old.
Okay.
Yeah, man. That would put it a little younger, 15. I had a child, not me, but they said I had a child at 15, and their child had a child at 15 or 12.
Yeah.
And I know some people that they come up pregnant at 14, 12 years old. And so now, what you gonna do with the older person, 35, 40-year-old, and they present you that scenario? What you gonna just kick them to the curb? People have lives, And some women, I call them women because they hang in there and stick to it, and they try to do what they supposed to do to raise their kids.
Got that stick
to the
to
best
itness.
of their ability. I'm just saying, Leonard, you might find, y'all might not agree with this, but you might find a good woman on a pole. Not you.
Almighty. Boy, look at here. God almighty. Woo, he said you might find a good woman on a pole and not a pew. God. Woo, Cassandra, I ain't got nowhere to go but to you on this right here.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Tucson is like on it, but it's the truth. There are some they're good women. They may have made what we consider bad choices. So if she's on the pole, and she's going to school or whatever, like I said, I don't condemn and judge anybody on that. But I still say that let me tell you the type of woman I was talking about when I was saying he needs to leave her. There are women that literally hide their children from men to get what they want or whatever. And that's ratchet to me. You don't do that. You don't. I do not. I'm not talking at night. Y'all gave a scenario that I didn't even think about. Like she was raped and, but if she knows about her children, why wouldn't she tell him? Even if she was raped at 10, why would she not say, hey, this is the situation. If you love him and he loves you, like the scenario is set up, why would you not say, hey, this is what happened to me. Those children are mine, blah, 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 blah. So still there is an element of deception there. I feel like the truth will make you free. You understand? So you ain't got to be hiding and stuff. And just tell the truth. And if he wants you, he wants you. And if he don't, he need to move on. But for you to hide your children, it's women that actually hide their children. I don't agree with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, also men do it all the time.
I'm on set right now. I'm getting ready to go over to the studio.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to get off, but I love the conversation. You guys have an awesome day.
Hey, you do the same thing. How do you say break a leg?
Break a leg. All right. That's for theater, though, but I'll take it.
There you go. All right.
All right.
Leonard, talk to me, brother. You say men do it all the time?
Men do that all the time. This is very common for men. About lying about children.
Yeah.
They do it. A lot of them do it. But I don't think I don't know why they do it. Well, I know why they do it. It's the same reason why women do it. They just don't want to disclose that information. But the bigger issue is, why haven't you asked that question before you even get serious with a person? Because then after that, it's a lie.
Yeah.
You understand? And that's a good reason to break a relationship with someone. So that's a question you ought to. I mean, that should be like one of your opening conversations that you have initially.
Do you have any kids?
Do you have kids?
Yeah.
And matter of fact, you should go even further to say, if any kids pop up, it's over.
Yeah.
So you let that person know just how clear you are about it. You know what I'm saying?
Do you have any kids? Well, hey, wait! Bring us another drink over here. Hold on.
You can. I mean, and the thing about it is,
this.
It's. I think I'm trying to put it in a decent way.
Because
I've never been a big dating person.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like when people live in a fantasy world. So I think you should be upfront with people.
Yeah.
You know, let them know exactly what you want so they can make a decision whether or not they want to be with you or not. But so many people have so many undesirable traits and characteristics. They know their bad side. So they don't present that to you. But now, if you're just trying to be there for a night, you don't need to know nobody's business. So quit pretending like you really care, and you don't. If you're just there for some sex.
Mm-hmm.
But to lead people on into a relationship, deceiving people up front, if that's the way you securing your relationship, then you ought to be left.
So what I'm hearing you say, Leonard, is both parties is actually at fault in a situation where the children are not divulged, but them for not telling you and you for not asking.
It's the fault of the person who's concerned about it for not bringing it up.
Mm-hmm.
The other person may not care. You don't control what you don't know what that other person thinks in their perception. It's your job to get as much information as you require.
Mm-hmm.
But if you didn't ask me if I had kids, why would I tell you that if that was something I don't talk about on a date?
Mm-hmm.
That's not the point of the date. Or y'all still be acting like y'all be dating and they possibly the one. Is that what the deal is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think that has a lot to do with it. I really do.
Okay.
Badger, what's on your heart, brother?
Just listening at the moment because,
Mm-hmm.
I know I look at things very different sometimes, but I think it still boils down to what caused them to be the way that they are. Because there's so many possibilities out
Mm-hmm.
there, and the way society is currently, you never know
Mm-hmm.
why something happened or why a person chooses what they've chosen. Are they just angry individuals? Are they, come from a place of trauma? There's so many things that can complicate if you don't have open communication, to some degree. Other than that, I don't know what else to say.
Got you. And see, that's the thing right there, man. That open communication, man. If you don't have it, Donna, if you don't have it, man, you're really setting yourself up. You're setting yourself up. And truth of the matter, I think it is partly your fault for not asking those questions. Now it's wrong for them not to tell you or divulge that information to you, but at the same time, you still have to ask certain questions you have to ask.
You know why I'm laughing,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna have to excuse me because I'm gonna say it. When you are lustfully looking at breasts and thighs, you don't have no questions.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You
Ain't number one truth. Absolutely. Absolutely.
you don't care. You don't care. If she done kept herself together and she done got 4 or 5 kids, that's a plus. But she know how to take care of herself.
Mm-hmm.
But when you just looking at the Coke bottle shape or whatever kind of shape she might have, she might be round and pretty.
Mm-hmm.
But if that appeals you, you don't care nothing about that.
Yeah.
Because all you looking at is outward appearance.
Mm-hmm.
She could be dumb as a rock.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't asked that question either. Did you go to school? And she might have dropped out in the 5th grade. You don't care nothing about that. But
You got your sight set on one
we live
thing.
in a society. I said again.
You got your sight set on one thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't care nothing about that. You don't care nothing about that. So when things pop up, you're right. That's your fault. Because you didn't ask the question. So sometimes, And you know, I'm trying to look at something there, brother. I know we say hurt people, but some hurt people can help you, but they know how to go through stuff. We do this. Gotta start eliminating folks because I'm telling you, you know, some of these people that been in, and I go back to saying what I'm saying. Shut up. Some of these people that have been in these pews for a long time, they're the biggest mad. They're the biggest liars.
Let me ask you this question, Donna. I'm gonna ask you this question real quick. We're gonna keep it going. If you move to a new city, you move to a new city, and everybody's talking about this church, man, and you looking for a church home, and everybody's talking about this church, and you go to the church, and you like it, you like the church, but you realize that the pastor of the church, the leader of the church, has grown up with a silver spoon in his mouth, ain't never been through any struggles, ain't never been through anything. Is that the place for you, or would you rather go find a church where the pastor had to go through life experiences, some of which were not very pleasant? Which would be a better fit for you, Donald?
Yeah. I have to say the latter is the one that going through because I don't too much care for it. And there's nothing wrong with being born with a silver spoon in your mouth, but I just kept typing. I just don't because you know it is what it is. Some people are born with the have, and some people are born with it have not, and they have been handed life. But I don't have no business in the Trump family.
Wow.
We just don't fit. Just don't fit at all.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
What do you say to that?
And if the church is in, wait a minute, and I'm gonna have to go too. But if the church is in Atlanta, I can't go anywhere.
Lord. Rico, what do you say to that, man? Which one of the pastors would you more lean to? The one that's silver spoon in his mouth, ain't never had to deal with going into the room and hit the light switch and nothing happened, or the one that had to struggle, had to fight the alcohol, drugs, and stuff like that?
If I'm new to that town, I probably wouldn't know what they went through until I just took the time to sit down and get to know them. And that sort of goes back to what you were saying about the relationships a second ago. You know, if somebody doesn't come up and ask you originally or initially off the top, if you have children, then that pretty much is an indication of what they are looking for, what their agenda is. They ain't thinking about your children, they ain't thinking about their children, they're just thinking about getting their claws into you. And 9 times out of 10, if they thinking about getting their claws into you, is because they're attracted to you, they want to sleep with you, or they want your money because you will be an upgrade for them. So they ain't gonna tell you, you know what I'm saying, right off the top, I got 3 kids. They just want to get you right then, and then later on, that'll come later. But if you right off the top in that interview process, that should come out first. You know, but I'm gonna tell you what's awkward about that. And the guy being truthful and up front. What if the guy's response is 3, I think?
Wow.
That could possibly be a man's answer.
Yeah.
Reason why I say that, because you have a lot of men out here that may have thought children were theirs, but the woman said it ain't yours, you ain't got to worry about it. But for the 9 or 10 years, he's been sitting there thinking to himself, man, I swear, I think that's my son, man. I think that's my daughter. Ain't yours. She ain't yours. So now what can you do? You know what I'm saying? What if that person moves and you don't see that person for another 15 or 18 years, but in the back of your mind, you knew for 7 months this woman told you the baby was yours, but then after 7.5 months, she said it ain't yours.
Yeah.
So you don't know. I think I got another son in Florida. I think I got another son in New York. So that's really the atmosphere we live in now. I mean, and then I think it was Badger said a second ago about men finding women that don't have children, but it's really slim now. The odds are slim now after you turn 22 or 23 that you will find a person without children, men or women. You having so many people having children out of wedlock now.
Yeah.
So, and back to back. So yeah, it's the pickings are slim now as far as the traditional outlook on how you supposed to look for somebody with a relationship, childless. You know, you build your family from now. Most of these people coming with ready-made families now. And so the ones that are saying, I don't want somebody with children, they having few and far in between the type of different people they could choose from. Everybody having children, you know, but a man really is in a quagmire when it comes to that, because there can be situations where that man might not really know how many children he got.
Yeah.
The one that he claiming, one of them might not be his. He trusted her, but you know what I'm saying, he didn't know that there was an opportunity, or that there was some man clean across the state somewhere saying, you know what, man, I think that's my child. So, you know, you can't fault a man if it comes back later on that he has a child he didn't know about. Because it happens.
I comes to claim my baby. That's my child.
I don't like it. I the baby pappy.
Exactly. Now, Leonard, I'm gonna change gears just a little bit, and I know where you're gonna go with this, man. Look here. I'm looking at your forehead, man, and it's made out of glass right now. I know what you're gonna say, but I'm gonna put it out.
You know what I'm gonna say?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir. I know exactly what you're gonna say. Now watch this. I wish I could write it on a piece of paper and put it up, and this is what you're gonna see right here. But if you were with this young lady and y'all decide y'all been dating for a long time, and now all of a sudden, she has a child. Say she just have one child, and you know about the child. Y'all, you have your place, she has hers, and y'all go back and forth, to each other's place. Now y'all say, well, look here, if we're gonna be a family, let's be a family. Let's all get up under one roof. And y'all decide to, you ain't gonna keep your place, she ain't gonna keep her place. Y'all gonna go start a place together. Okay, you're gonna sell your house, she's gonna sell hers, and y'all gonna put some of that money towards your new house. Now she has a baby. She also has a baby dad that has been a part of that child's life the whole life. Now y'all in the same house. She said, well, he still, he still do this, and he still this, and he still have to tell my child that how much say so are you gonna let this man have now that you and this woman is together in one house? How much say so are you gonna let him have in everyday operations of your home?
Well, first of all, if I was in that situation, 0. But I didn't want to be in a situation like that, so I'm not in one like that. I mean, I wouldn't even be serious with you.
Wow.
Because I never wanted that. So I did everything I could. I was very upfront with people about it. If you got kids, you ain't got no business out here running around like that. No. You should be your kids need to be your priority, not me. So I wouldn't date a woman with kids because she needs to be concerned with her children.
Exactly. That's good. Badger, what did you say to that, man? How much say so would you allow him to have in the household?
What if I was a woman?
No, you're the man, and you've been dating this woman that has a son, that has a child, and now y'all been living in two different households. Now y'all gonna get a house together, but the baby's dad has always been a part of this child's life, and he want to continue to do that and run this child's life, even though he's living up under your roof. How much say so are you gonna give him in that scenario?
I mean, as long as it's in a respectful manner and he's helping raise the child, I don't see an issue with it. As long as y'all can come to an open agreement.
Okay.
Like communication there is going to be really important, because I don't want to be one of those deadbeats that keep the child away from the father, unless the father is just a deadbeat. He's only there to use the money and everything else, and he's always partying. He's not spending time with the child and all that. Then we're going to have problems. But if all he does is work and spend time with the child and help raise the child, I'd be wanting to find a common ground.
So it will be a three-way decision making in regards to what goes on in the household. It'll be a three-way decision
for that child. I wouldn't say the whole household.
Gotcha.
But for the child, yeah.
Okay, Rico, what is your heart on this, brother? How do you handle this situation?
Yeah, I mean, as long as if my sons were in a household with a respectable stepfather or whatever, you know, I feel like there'd have to be some cooperation, some middle ground we have to meet on. Like I wouldn't expect to be able to dictate what time they determine somebody's supposed to come in their house. They might say, well, look, if your son go out, it might be my son or my daughter go out. We don't allow people to come in his house after 9 o'clock. Well, I got to respect that. If he's with me that weekend, you know what I'm saying? I might let them know, look, man, we going out of town. He gonna be home a little later than 9 o'clock, but at the same time, that's the rules of your house. So I'm not gonna try to go against the rules of that house that you know, your household. But that's the thing that you know as a father, you gonna respect me on. I'm gonna come first, especially if I got that type of relationship, and she knows that. Hopefully, she's the type of quality woman that can understand. Well, look, this is his father. His father's gonna have say so in this, say so in that. But when it comes to the rules of this house, my son got to abide by these rules, and his father got to respect the rules that his son got to abide by. Just like his father has to respect the rules that his son abides by when he goes to school. You know, if my son went to another school or happened to get in trouble and go to jail, I can't go to no judge and say, wait a minute, that's my son, and this is what I say gonna happen. You gonna let him out right now? That ain't gonna happen.
Ain't gonna happen, bro.
Somebody else rule. Thing is that you have to comply and cooperate, you know what I'm saying, and be logical. Hopefully you have a cordial relationship with the other husband like that or whatever, the other the stepdad. Or maybe mom, maybe y'all had a cordial enough relationship. Yeah, I mean that's where I see that going. You know, you got to be respectful of the house rule.
Leonard, talk to me, brother. What's on your heart?
Man, I'm just listening because, you know, that's a situation that's very common. And a lot of people trying to work all these different type of mixed families and things out and doing the best they can. But, you know, going forward, I mean, we should be a lot more, what's the word? Discriminatory. I know it's a better word for it. But, man, you got to think about your life. Because these things are not easy. Now, great. If you're that type of person, you just that wonderful a person, cool. I'm not. I'm not going to deal with no other man. I'm not. And I was very clear about that up front. I'm very territorial.
Okay.
And the stress involved with that is if I can keep that type of stress out my life, that's what I was about. And now it's so terrible where all these kids are being neglected because kids have now become byproducts of good times. Well, you know, a lot of times, well, one, you get with somebody, remember, it was romantic and things like that. When you married somebody, let's make a baby because we want to, not just because. So we have to, you know, try to get back that as much as possible. And we got to draw some standards and some lines. Men that want to get involved, you need to be great managers, great leaders. You know what I'm saying? Because now when you see these households and the woman is the one with the different kids, now you got a man letting a woman run things. That's why you in the situation why you in now. Because they know it, like I'm saying, like Rico say, I'm the leader in my house. Now, if another man wants some say so, he can come and get his kid and bring it to his house. But I'm not that guy, so that's why I'm not in that situation because I never wanted to be.
That's good.
Like
that's
I say,
good.
all that stuff y'all be doing, like talking about falling in love and making decisions you ain't thought about and reacting emotion. No, I'm not getting down like that. I always think about 2 and 3 days in advance. And I know what I don't want to be around.
If it ain't right, it ain't ready.
No, and I'm not gonna act right. So if I know me, why lie?
That's good. That's good. Toya with a T. Toya with a T. Good morning. How you doing this morning?
Morning, family. Hello,
Thanks, Facebook. Excuse me. Sorry. Thanks,
YC.
Facebook user.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Toya, I want to ask
Okay,
you.
he just still talking. All right.
You and Lynn about to go at it this morning. You and Lynn about to have y'all moment this morning.
Oh no, me and Leonard left our moments of negative or any kind of crazy energy in 2020. We moving forward in 2021. Me and Leonard, he gonna be my co-CEO. Why y'all tripping? Because I already know he gonna make sure it get done, and we ain't gonna be getting with no foolishness. So
Look here,
Lord, get ready,
Lord. But listen, I want to ask you a question though.
Yes, sir.
What you won't do, you do for love. What is the craziest thing that you or you've seen somebody else do for love?
You try everything, but you don't give up. And see, the craziest thing. For the love of who? Love of me, love of somebody else, honey. Because for the love of me, you all know I went to the mall and did that to that boy because he put his hands on me. But craziest thing, wow, I don't know. You know, I'm not that kind of chick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not that kind of chick. I don't know. Let me think. I don't know, right? But okay, listen. As a woman, what I won't do for love, right? Because you know I'm real independent. I talk all the time. Can't nobody do nothing with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
How about what I would do for love? Because I want to get married. I'm gonna learn how to shut up.
What?
And take some time and stop trying to run a man and make him and just run everything. That's what I'm gonna do for love. I'm gonna learn my lane.
Boy, them lines ought to be blowing up right now. Them lines blowing up right now, Raheem.
They should be.
What?
They
should. Try.
Lord,
it's gonna take time because I'm 43.
Look here,
Wait,
Rico.
is that Latoya
Come on,
talking?
Rico. Come on, Rico. Come on, Rico. Ready? You ready? I rebuke in the name of Jesus.
See, that's why you ain't got no peace in your home, rebuking the wrong thing. I just said I'm gonna try to be respectful and not be cussing and carrying on with y'all and not be running y'all. And you said you rebuke it, so now you done rebuke everything I said we gonna try to do.
Look at
so
Toya.
Now it's up to y'all now.
Wait, that's Toya talking?
Yes, that was. Yeah, I know. Shocked me too, man. And
Wait,
that's why I
what?
said rebuke, because like I say, she said she gonna try, and Lord knows I hope you do try, sister Lord. But Toya.
She can do it.
She can do it.
I'm praying for her 100%.
Oh, listen. It's hard to listen to somebody who I know ain't got as much sense as me.
Mm-hmm.
And you still gotta let that man lead, even if they don't. If you choose him and he's an idiot and you're not, you still gotta let him lead, even if he's not as smart or as educated or whatever, because you still chose him to be your king and lead. So it's really hard for me to listen to some people because I know you special, dang, and I gotta listen to you. You gotta lead me. So I gotta, I really gotta work on that, man, because I chose them. So I'm trying.
Okay. Well, like I say, nothing beats a failure but a good try. Nothing beats a failure but a good try. So I sure appreciate it. So, and I'm gonna tell you something. You got our full support. If you ever need any one of us right here, just give us a call, and we gonna try to help you make it through. When you're in a situation, you say, "God Almighty!"
Have the bail money ready. Have the bail money ready. Okay.
See. Now that goes against that effort you were just talking about. That just goes totally against that effort. Totally. But anyway, moving on. Rico, you're in this relationship with this young lady, and one of these three things happen. Which one would you be more willing to forgive her for? Lie, cheat, or steal from you?
Men don't forgive.
Ooh, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. All of them about the same to me.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it would depend on what you lied about.
Mm-hmm.
If you stole, I guess it would depend on why you stole it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to cheating, That's a deal breaker right there. That's a deal breaker because you don't cross a lot of lines to get to that point to where them clothes came off and everything got intimate and juicy. You know, a whole lot of deception went on. You know, a whole lot of effort. A whole lot of effort made. A whole lot of action had to happen before you got to that point where you became that intimate to cheat. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, like you might still, that might be a spur of the moment thought. You just lost your mind for a second. You know, you like I said, you might lie for a good reason. I ain't no telling. But to cheat, unless you some just floozy, you had to put some kind of effort into it. You had to build some kind of relationship or bond with a person. You had to actually get to know them people or talk about certain things to even feel interested in that situation that happened. So that let me know you don't had a whole nother situation going on. You could go ahead and get with that situation.
If she lie on you, that could that also mean, I'm not gonna say it does, but could it also mean that she don't trust you enough to tell you the truth?
Well, like I said, it depends on what she would lie about. It depends on what she would lie about. I mean, but that still would always, you know, be something in the back of my mind. You know, it better be a good reason why you lied. You know, maybe you did lie because you knew at that point in time when you told me that I was going to trick myself off these streets. You didn't do something that was going to hurt somebody or may have cost them their life and cost me mine too. So maybe you lied for a reason and to keep me from just going completely off the deep end and acting a fool.
Okay.
I can accept that. If you lied to me to help me save me, you know, it would depend on what the situation is.
Okay. Tucson, you with us? Donald Tucson, you with us? I know he said he had to step away for a second. Let me go to a Badger. Lie, cheat, or steal? Which one is easier for you to forgive?
I mean, in my teachings, none of them. Because to me, they all correlate to one another. And it would take a while for me to actually trust them again because what's the likelihood if they committed one, they'd commit the other?
How long? How hard of a process would it be for you to trust them again? Or could you?
There's some people I don't trust to this day because I never know if they're going to do it again. But if it was a spouse, I'd probably say a year or two.
Okay. That's good. That's good. Toy, you want to talk to me? Lie, cheat, or steal? Which one would be easier for you to forgive?
Lie to me, make it sound. Lie to me, baby. That's what y'all do the best. Anyway, lie to me, make it sound. Lie to me. That's
Put my line down. Put that line down. You can't use it.
I'm sorry, baby. That line.
You can't use that line, Toy. That's my line.
Okay, you can have that, baby. I'll do another. But yeah, just keep on lying to me. Just lie. I can deal with a lie, right? Because I'm from Brooklyn, right? Officer, no, I didn't know I was speeding, right? Oh, I got a headache, sweetheart. I don't want to do that tonight, right? Little bitty lies. You know what I'm saying? Untruth. Some kind of work and negotiate. But stealing and cheating. Now, see, that's one of them things. What did they say? Steal, kill, and destroy? No, we can't deal with those. Because I don't work too hard for whatever you stealing. That means you like to take stuff. I don't like that. And whatever you're stealing, cheating, you cheat too many ways. That goes back with stealing. Cheating and stealing is the same. I can't even really deal with that. I'm not gonna deal with that. That makes me fight. I'm not gonna deal with that. But like I said, depending on what you're lying about, some people are big liars. I don't like those. But just be honest, right? Baby, did you know such and such and such? No, I didn't know that. And you might have known. You know what I'm saying? Certain little things. Man, if I tell my girl that I was out here hanging with one of my homeboys, she can't stand him. She's gonna be taking me through all this that day. I ain't even gonna tell her I hang with him. She don't ask, I don't tell. Right? We can kind of negotiate stories and when it's the best and the IRS, that's your child? Yeah, that's my child. No, it ain't yours. Right? It's so many ways we can negotiate a lot to work to our advantage in some shape, form, or fashion. But it ain't nothing you can do with cheating and stealing, period. That's crimes. Crimes. You're going to jail. Cheating and stealing, you're going to jail. Ain't no way around it. So from the brown girl, lie to me, make it sound fly to me, baby.
Got you. Leonard, talk to me, brother. Lie, cheat, or steal? Which one would be easier for you to forgive?
Oh, I'll forgive all of them. I'll forgive all of them.
But
now I may not give you a chance to do it again. But I'll forgive you for all of them.
That's right.
That's what people don't understand. Forgive people. Just don't allow them any more leeway.
Cut them off.
Just period. Period. You know, people that's doing things that they shouldn't be always trying to get help doing it. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to go the opposite way. I can't be around somebody always doing something stupid. Or not at this age, no. Or even when I was younger. You know, I like to kind of be a little bit more responsible for myself. So I'm not trying to rock with people going every which way. But if you know how some people seem to attract foolishness?
Yes.
When you just said lie, steal, all I thought was lie, steal, kill. All I thought about was the enemy. I'm not going to consort with the enemy like that. Because I'm going to tell you, I've kept out of jail that way. So I'm just going to go the opposite way and leave you alone, period. Because if you do it twice, I may hurt you. So I'm trying to leave you alone, but you got to leave me alone. We can't keep going, you know, if you're dealing with people in your life, you always got to forgive them for something. They always taking some. I'm like, when I hear some women, they go over and over. You're just going back after your own vomit. But if that's what you need, that's on you. I can't get down like that. That's not productive at all. It take years away from your life. And you can't like, which one would you why would I rather either of them? That's negative. That's negative stuff. It's negative to me anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Rico, talk to me.
You know, I was thinking a second ago when with that lying thing, I had to lie to my mama one time to get her to her surprise retirement. You know, so that's why I say sometimes you might have a good reason to lie. You know, I've seen where people actually hire private investigators because they didn't trust the spouse, but then all of a sudden come to find out that the spouse was actually planning something big. That was suspicious. So, you know, sometimes, like I said, it depends on what the lie is. But with that cheating, to me, that's just a complete absolute no. Because, like I said, it takes a lot of convincing or feelings. You gotta have some type of feelings that has to build up in a person for them to say, you know what, I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull my clothes off and get naked and do my thing with them. Feel myself to them and share myself with them. Even though my husband or my wife won't agree with this, they married me knowing that this ain't something I'm supposed to be doing, but you know what, I'm gonna violate all that. You know, so that's the reason why I say I would definitely, you know, have to have an absolute on that with the line. With the cheating thing, because lying, you could always find a good reason to lie to somebody to help them or to keep them from getting in trouble, or maybe to surprise them with something good. Like I said, the stealing thing, ooh, man, that's another hard one to just, you know, look over. You know, that's another hard one to look over. But, you know, hopefully if you did do it, you know what I'm saying, you tell me, well, look, man, I had to do this because of some reason. Because some people steal for a good reason. Some people break into businesses. It's a last resort for them to survive. But that cheating thing, man, that's a no-no for me. It's just an absolute no. Some things you can be absolute about, and then some things you have to be like a little lenient with. You have to say to yourself, well, okay, I got certain rules that I won't let people cross certain lines. I won't let people cross. But when it comes to this, okay, I'll let you slide with this for this reason or for that, whatever reason. But cheating is one of those things that I just won't, because it's too much. It's too much at stake. When you do something like that.
Exactly.
I know who the fathers are. You got diseases. Entire families could be torn apart just because you choose to go and indulge in your physical desires. You get what I'm saying? All for a little bit of pleasure. You can tell something completely, you know. So yeah, that cheating thing, man, it could have so much more of a bad result to it or consequence behind it.
Exactly. Toya with a T. Oh, got a phone call calling. Toya, let me ask you this question. And caller, we're gonna come to you in just 1 second. Hold on for me for a second, there, caller. Toya with a T, you at home. It's 11:30 at night, 11:45. Your significant other come in, and you can tell something's going on. They real irate. They all over the place, and they come to you. They say, "Look, you in the bed, you sleep." They come to you, and they say, "Look, Toya, I need you to get up. I need you to get up." You like, what's going on? They say, I was on my way home, and somebody shot out in the middle of the street, and I hit them, and I think they're dead. I think they're dead. I need you to go with me and get rid of the body. You know, it's in the back seat of the car. I need you to go help me get rid of the body. What you won't do, you do for love. What do you do?
No, we're not finna do that. I'm finna go put my hands on them with the Jesus power I got, and we finna go ahead and bring them back to life, because I believe in everything of the powers that Jesus said we got. We not finna listen. Them days, y'all missed them days. I mean, yeah, I got you. I'm gonna chop you up into pieces because I'm not getting caught. The Lord delivered me for a reason, because that's a terrible way of thinking. Mine, I can't even identify with that life no more, because the thought of dismembering somebody to get away with it, because I don't want to face it. Like, I used to have that mindset, and I was delivered from that. So I will never do anything like that again. Now, if you do it to me, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and drag your body to the courthouse and just go ahead and take my time if it's me. So I can't help you bury no bodies, but I can bring the name of Jesus. Jesus, please, Lord, you know we ain't mean to kill this person, honey. You said you power, honey. If we need him to get up and walk. If he don't get up and walk, then I'm just going to turn and look, see, baby, you going to jail. I got your commissary. What else you gonna need up in there? We're gonna try to get you the best of the best lawyers, which is probably nothing. Let's just go ahead and get you a manslaughter, 8 to 12, right? Get you out in 4, and I'm gonna hold you down. But why would I become an accomplice for a murder? And I ain't had, cause somebody you hit. Now you holler at me when you want my help. Holler at me when I hit somebody, and then we'll talk about
it. We got a caller. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Good morning. This is Bishop.
Bishop, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
I'm blessed, brother. How about y'all?
Hey, doing good. Bishop, the topic today is what you won't do, you do for love. What is the craziest thing that you or you've seen somebody else do for love?
Oh, that's a good question. Crazy thing I did, I let my girlfriend drive my mama's car. She wrecked it, and I took the blame for it. So that's the craziest thing I've ever done.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I'll show you. that was the only and last time too.
How did the relationship work out?
I married her.
Look. Okay. Look here. You tell First Lady me and her gotta have a conversation.
Say what?
Tell First Lady me and her gotta have a conversation. Wrecking people cars and things.
Man, that girl was what, 14. She wanted to drive. And I said, okay, well, I'm gonna let you drive. She's driving fine going forward. She put that thing in reverse. And I'm like, oh, what you doing? Man, that girl flipped my mama's car.
She flipped it.
No, she just tore it up.
Oh Lord.
And I took the blame for it. That's what I did for love, though.
Yeah.
But I married her.
There you go. And that's a good thing. It worked out. Worked out for the good.
It worked out real good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, that's really good. But that's the crazy thing I did for her. She wanted to drive. Oh, I want to drive. Girl, you ain't got no license at first, this and that. But you know what? Okay, I'm gonna let you drive. Come on. Shit, man. But I tell you what, she had over driving now. You can go out there on NASCAR.
Lord, I wonder what was the conversation like after and when it happened. What was the conversation in the car like?
Hey, man, you wrecked my mama's car. Man, oh God, Lord Jesus, Lord, oh, I was scared to go home.
Exactly. We might well just go ahead on run away right now. Ain't no need to going home, man. It ain't gonna work out good. Rico, let me.
You know what? Though, a move that simple at that young of an age probably was enough to show her your character from so far back that she already knew back then that she wasn't gonna get another man. You was always gonna be her number one when she said you would come to her defense like that, man. Cause that was huge at 14 for somebody to come back and take that kind of responsibility for something that somebody else did. I mean, I think when you did that right there, she pretty much already knew you ain't gonna be belong to nobody else but her.
Yeah. Exactly. Now, Rico, what you gonna do, man? Your significant other come home 11:30 at night. You in the bed sleep. She wake you up. Say, look at here, Rico. I need you to get up. I need you to get up. I need you to get up right now. And you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Naturally you're waking up out your sleep. What's going on? I hit somebody. They ran out in the middle of the street. I didn't mean to do it. I hit them. I think they're dead. They're in the back seat of the car. I need you to help me get rid of the body. Rico, what do you do?
Ooh, man, that's like the woman that came home with the body in the windshield in Texas that time. Came home with a body in the windshield. And hubby had to help her hide that thing, man. He loved her, man. Yeah, that's See, at first when you first mentioned that, at first I was like, man, nah, I have to go. You know, when it comes to just a friend or something like that, man, I ain't gonna sit back and dissect no bodies with you. But if you wife and I know your character, ooh, man.
It gets difficult, doesn't it?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna talk to you, you know what I'm saying? You might say, look, baby, we gotta get rid of this body, we gotta get rid of this body. I'm gonna try to get, see if I can sit down and talk to her for a second. But at the same time, I'm gonna be trying to think of the consequences behind it too, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to lose my wife to prison, DUIs or nothing like that. I mean, I don't know, man. I might take her on a run and call an attorney and see what we could work out before I turn her in, man. I might try to see if I can use a little affluenza. See who we know, man. Look, man, we need some help. We need some friends right now. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But I was going to ask a question before you go on. Well, not even ask a question. I'm going to make this point about how some people love is because I asked a question in the group and then put it on the page. I asked, was love and honor the same thing? And I know they're different, but I think some people may get them confused. I think about soldiers that die for the love of the country. That's a big sacrifice, man, and a risk, for you to say, I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna dedicate my life to this military, and then we go to fight. I'm gonna fight tooth and nail with everything that I have in me on the front line for the love of my country. Some people will die and fight for that. So I mean, me, I don't believe in that. I mean, I don't knock anybody that did it, but it never did make any sense to me that I was gonna go over here and kill somebody in another country that I didn't know nothing about on behalf of foreign policy or whatever. I do that. I couldn't dedicate myself to that. But some people do it. That's just another instance of what people will do for love. Some will go and fight for the love of their country.
Exactly. And
he got sacrificed pretty much.
Exactly. Badger, what do you do? It's 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. You come home. You need to get up and help me get rid of this body. I didn't mean to do it. They ran out in the middle of the street. I hit them. I think they're dead. We need to get rid of this body. Badger, what do you do?
I mean, in my head, if she had the time to pick up the body and stuff, I'd be starting to think that it was intentional. Because to me, an honest person would just go ahead and call that about the accident and what happened.
But some people, imagine some people in the course of that, with the adrenaline flowing, and people get caught up in that moment. They make some bad decisions. In a split second, they make a bad decision, and they think my life is over. My life is over, man. I'm going to jail for the rest of my life, and man, I didn't mean to do it. I didn't mean to do it, but they ain't gonna understand. I'm going. They say they're going to jail, and they get caught up in.
I'd call the police and tell them to come here.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I put the family in a situation like that? You know, be responsible for your actions.
Well, truth of the matter, the spouse has already put the family in that situation when they bought the body to the house. Because now
well, none of us knew about it. Now she's brought it to my attention, and I'm going to call the police.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm not going to be an accessory to murder, because that's exactly how they're probably going to look at it.
Yeah, that's exactly how they're going to look at it. Mm-hmm.
Because one of the biggest things they're going to ask is, well, you hit this person, why didn't you call if it was an accident? Why did you all of a sudden just pick the body up and put it in your car?
And 9 times out of 10, and just me talking here, 9 times out of 10, they're going to say they was afraid. They were afraid. Toya, I saw your hand up, Toya.
Yeah, because you know what? We got to come up with a better scenario, right? Because it's harder to help an adult who know better than what they're doing.
What if it's a teenager?
Let's replace it with our kids.
Yeah, they're gonna say, what if it was a teenager? Yeah,
instead, right? And then let's make a more intense situation. Your child just came and told you this. You could pick one: doctor, lawyer, teacher, to touch them in a way that they wasn't supposed to be. And this is what happened in the interim of that. Human traffic, whatever. And now here they come saying, daddy, this guy or my mommy, daddy, this lady, this woman, this man tried to rape me, and then I killed them, and I don't know what to do, and I don't want to go to jail. You know, we black, they're gonna make us go to jail. Woo, 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 woo. Right? Because it's different with my husband. Well, first of all, I'm not gonna leave nobody. I'm gonna do what I gotta do going to jail. That's for me. So I'm not gonna ever help anybody else because I won't do it for myself. But if you change the circumstances, you can't never say what you're never gonna do. But we have soft spots when we have our kids and nieces and nephews and babies who we protect, and when they get in a situation like that, they done something to them. They come, they crying. They didn't mean to do it, but in the mix of them fighting with this teacher or this officer or whatever, they fell on this pole and died. And you need to get that body moved. You need to get them done, man, because you know you're going down. Nobody around to tell a story, man. But you telling them this is what happened. You see the fear in their eyes and all that, with nobody left to tell it. Then what you gonna do? Circumstances change. You can say, "Oh, I wouldn't do that." But yeah, that might move me just a little bit more, man. Crooked cop, everybody know we crooked. And here you come trying to touch my nephew in a way, and he knock you out and kill you. I don't know now. I might have to go ahead and you know what I'm saying? But I think if you intensify the situation, then you can get a better judgment on the seriousness on how somebody would judge that. Because any responsible adult that has something going on will never, it's few cases, but we're not going to make a conscious decision to join into something that you got going on and lose everything we got. Most of us can catch ourselves. You know what I'm saying? But if you intensify it with kids, just because you don't do it for your husband or your wife don't mean you ain't going to do it for your children, especially when they've been violated.
Exactly. Leonard, what do you say to that? We got 2 scenarios out there. Tackle both of them.
Well, the first one you said about the body thing.
Yes.
You know, I was like, well, did you put some paper down in the, you didn't get it all over my seats, did you? That's what the trash bags in the trunk for.
Situations like this.
Situations just like this. But you know, I can't incriminate myself, brother. You know, you know, I mean, what's best is that you really, if it truly was an accident, that's what it was. But you shouldn't. Ain't no way in the world. You know that was messed up. What you said, right?
What's that?
The body in the car.
Yeah.
And you said she said, well, you put the body in the. How did you get the body in the car?
She's strong.
Adrenaline.
You've been drinking. I mean, that's really far out there for me, Raheem.
Yeah, I see. They say people don't turn over cars, but adrenaline. When that adrenaline get to flowing, ain't no telling.
I've heard. I've heard about it. But if you went so far as to bring that body to the house, man, I'm gonna have to do what Badger would do, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to go and turn you in.
Why not? Watch this. Why not just throw the body in the pig pen?
You should have thought about that. You shouldn't even ask me about that.
Throw the body in the pig pen. Ain't it?
You're not gonna do all this now. You making suggestions. I'm just saying, now you got bright ideas.
Mm-hmm.
No, we ain't listening to no more of your bright ideas.
Your bright ideas got us in this situation.
You blew it. You should have called me. Don't bring the body to the house.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you do that?
we go thinking over there. We go thinking.
Don't make me go off on some other tangent. But there are just things that you would react to differently.
Mm-hmm.
That one scenario was clearly just something just whack.
Mm-hmm.
There's not too many ways out of that. You don't know what has happened between here and the house.
Somebody going to jail.
Somebody going to jail, and it's not me or the dead guy. So
yeah. So then you were the dead guy. So
I'm just saying. But you just have to think about, the long run. What could possibly happen to you?
Mm-hmm.
And because I'm sure there's a lot of people, when you watch TV and you hear these scenarios and things, and you're like, now who would do that? And that's why people should separate TV from reality. Because you got a lot of people trying to think of getting these ideas that they can do things, and you get caught.
Mm-hmm.
And now you wishing you wouldn't have done them, all because of what? Trying to get away from responsibility again.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, I believe accidents are truly accidents, and they should be easily explainable.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes we make situations so worse by always trying to hide and cover things up.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather take the punches with the truth now, because that lie can turn into anything.
But Leonard, you say that, but a lot of times in growing up, that's what we do. Especially young people. Listen to me, especially young people, because they'll do something, and instead of just coming and say, "Mom, Dad, I made a mistake and I dropped the your vase off the shelf," they'll try to hide it. They'll try to clean it up, and they'll try to do all kind of things. So hopefully you won't find out, knowing that you're gonna miss your shelf. I mean, your vase is on the counter. It was on the counter one day, and the next day it's gone. Something happened.
I mean, I guess if that's your standard, that's not my standard.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't teach my children to lie like this. Whatever you did, you did.
Yeah.
It ain't no life or it ain't, as long as it ain't life or death or anything like that. Come on, man. It's just so something else to be mad about. What? You broke it.
Yeah.
It ain't the end of the world.
Mm-hmm.
So it's better just to tell the truth and get over it. And then because think about it. If you lie today, you just delaying it.
Mm-hmm.
You just delaying it. Because trust me, my kids are if I think long enough, I'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no sense you lying. Sometimes I'm sitting there and my kids will tell me your side. What the other person say? Wait a minute, now I don't think it went like that. I think it may have went like this. And I'll do a scenario and their eyes get big.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even there and I worked out how it went.
Mm-hmm.
So just stop lying. How especially with a child, because when they're not good at lying, it's easy to pick them apart.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to be like, I remember Badger asked a question about lying, I believe, previously.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we got here. No, accepting lies is how we got to where we're at. Some people know the truth.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that they don't know. It's just that some people eating off a lot of the lies they tell.
Exactly.
And if the truth come out, they're not going to be eating no more.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Let's go to Bishop. Bishop, what's on your heart, brother? Talk to me.
Listen to the conversation, man, and the scenario that you gave, and I understand. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Uh-oh.
You hit somebody, and you put their body in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you have to bear that burden right there, because I ain't going to jail for you. I'm not going to be able to accomplish to your silly behavior. And it's crazy. The adrenaline flowing when somebody hits you. If somebody hit you in the back, and you're driving your car, front, wherever they hit you, your adrenaline is flowing. You immediately call 911. Why would you hit a body, put them in the car, or my adrenaline is flowing? Well, when it's flowing, you also had the auto accident.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm like, Badger, wait a minute, something else behind this story right here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd rather be you and your car going where you gonna go. Take that body back out there.
You said take the body back out there. You said take the body back.
Take the body back. Take the body back. Because I'm gonna tell you, if you hit somebody, there are some fragments from your car, maybe a busted headlight or turn signal. And police come out there, and one thing they don't look. Hey man, how did the body get over here? They're looking around to see if any kind of something is different from your car. Now you got a busted headlight or whatever, they're gonna check it out. No, this ain't where the scene happened. So now you're gonna be charged from something that could have been a simple, okay, when hit, person ran out in front of you, you did the right thing. Something else had to be in that situation.
Yeah.
And it's like there was some kind of malice intent.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're trying to cover it up. So I don't want anything to do with it. You don't love me, okay? All right, you can say what you want to say.
What's love got to do with it? I ain't going to jail.
I ain't going to jail.
Mm-hmm. Love ain't got nothing to do with this here, brother. I ain't going to jail for you. You can cancel that check. Rico. Oh, Rico said Rico. I think Rico had to step away for a second. But let it. Badger, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, go ahead, Badger. What's on your heart?
You know, talking about even with the ghetto situation, you know, I don't, to teach the kids that it's acceptable to lie about something like that, to me ends up causing a really bad issues later on in life. Because like in my culture, life is very important. To take someone's life is to disrupt not only your own life, but to be a stumbling block in everyone's life that person was supposed to touch, be it bad or good. So taking life is a very high offense, and to do it, there's got to be certain situations to where it's even before it's even thought about to being okay, not acceptable, but understandable why they did it. So it's not something that's taken lightly. So the fact of, you know, the spouse doing that, I'd hold her responsible immediately on the spot. The same with a child. Because I'd want them to learn right from wrong.
Exactly. Leonard, talk to me, brother.
You want me to lie to you?
No, let's not do that. Let's not do that today. You did that yesterday. Let's not do that today.
But I think everybody pretty much, I mean, I haven't heard anybody yet come up with a different point of view about it. Like Bishop said, you and that, man, you did that. I didn't do that. I love you, but this is clearly wrong.
Yeah.
This is clearly wrong. Because, you know, hitting the person may have been an accident, but putting them in the car and bringing them to your house, that ain't no accident.
Leonard, you'd be like, well, why you bring them here?
Exactly. You know, you
Mhm.
don't, like I said, you on your own on that one. But you know, I try to stay away from things that don't look right. You know, I ain't got, you know, some people say, I need to understand. I don't even need to understand it. If I feel it's wrong like that, I'm trying to abstain from the appearance of evil. Because it ain't gonna do nothing but get worse. It's not gonna do nothing but get worse. And I'm pretty sure people have had relationships where for some reason you knew you shouldn't have did it in the first place. Some told you not to do it.
Yeah.
But you did it anyway, and your life went downhill. And now you sitting around there talking to the public defender on whether or not you want to be tried separately or not. So you have to have a standard. And if you don't, you better find one. That's why religion is such a good thing. Because it at least provides you with a good outline of some standards. You know what I'm saying? The 10 Commandments is a great standard to follow. If you disagree, 678-381-1973.
Call in.
We don't threaten people around here because, like I said before, a lot of people have no standards. And that's why they wind up in a lot of situations. I have a standard for discussing certain things with certain people. A standard on what I expect people to, how I expect people to treat me. Like when you got some, I never date a girl that's married, and then for some reason you date a girl that's married. But your standard was not to do that. You made a rational decision at one point not to do that. Now something has disturbed your rationale. What is it that's knocking you off your square all of a sudden?
Exactly. Rico, change the scenario for a second. You driving, you're in your car, you driving. You pick up 3 of your homeboys. Y'all going out. Watch this. Y'all going to Magic City. And can you hear me, Rico? Okay. Y'all going to Magic City. You go pick them up. On the way there, police pull y'all over. And he asks you the question, is there anything in the car that I need to know about? Your car, nah, man, nah. Okay. Can I search the vehicle? And you consent. For whatever reason, you consent. Yeah, go ahead, search. Ain't nothing in that car, man. Go ahead, look at it. It's okay. And up under one of your seats, he find drugs set up for distribution. Now you know that it ain't yours. You and your 3 homeboys stand on the curb. Where he got y'all sitting on the curb. He said, "Look at here. Either y'all gonna confess who's this belong to, or all y'all gonna get charged with it." Now you know which one of your boys. What do you do, Rico?
See, that's the difference right there. The reason why I asked that question earlier. It's the difference between honor, love, and loyalty. Now, when it comes to loyalty, you're gonna be loyal to me too. You're gonna accept accountability for what you did before I accept accountability for something I didn't do. You ain't finna tell me, well, hey, we go down together, even though, I ain't finna go down with you. Or you willing to help me ruin my record? Have me going to jail, losing and going to court and going through all this process because you don't want to be accountable and hold yourself. Man, listen, the police officer gonna have to get some settling out there because it's gonna be ugly out there. Look at me.
Yeah.
Your choice. I mean, number one, you better look at all your friends and better tell which one of them they belong to.
Yeah.
Look at them and tell which one they belong to. And you might end up catching another charge for making threats.
Yeah.
I might end up catching the charge, but I'm gonna let it be known. Look here, man. I am not going to jail for your stuff.
Yeah.
If you'd have let me know it was in here, I could have told you to put it somewhere differently, so we would have got away with it or whatever. But you gonna get me like this? Nah, I'm still gonna look out for myself first, especially if I see you willing to sacrifice my health or my well-being for your mistakes. You don't want to hold yourself accountable. Now, you might want to go ahead and take this charge because it's going to be worse for you if the police don't protect you. Now I see you willing to leave me hanging to dry.
Yep.
No lawyers in that. We got a buddy. But you might have to call the police to protect you after this over with, because you just sat back and let me take the fall for what you did. So yeah, I ain't finna sit back and be quiet about that. No, because that let me know right there that you don't have my back. You got my back, accept accountability for what you did.
Now, what does it say, man? So you and your homeboy sitting there together and say, so man, you gonna snitch? You gonna snitch?
Call it what you want to. I don't believe in them words there. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, it's supposed to be reciprocal. If you care enough about me and I care enough about you, then keep me out of trouble and don't let me get in trouble behind something you did that I'm innocent of. Because if that's the case, the next time you do something worse, I might end up getting a death penalty behind something you did. And you ain't your mouth and say, nah, you know what? Rico didn't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? See, some people say, well, you know what, man, you take things too far. Now I can honestly, with a little transparency, I can say that. I could take a simple situation like that, and to me, that would equal up to a huge situation. I could take something so small and see how a person, and that would be an indication to me of how they would act in a more important situation. If you lie and leave me hanging on something so small as this, imagine if it was more at stake. Man, you're gonna leave me hanging.
Yeah. Exactly. Bishop, what do you say to that? What do you do? You and 3 of your homeboys, man, and they pull y'all over the same scenario, man. How do you handle that? You know it's not yours, even though it's your car.
Well, it ain't mine. That's it. I mean, what else can I do? I know it ain't mine, and I may not altogether rat the individual out, but hey, it ain't mine. Now, trust me, all 3 are gonna take a ride.
So you going down with them?
But I'm not gonna take the blame. But yeah, they got to get to the bottom of the situation. But you know, you got to understand, and you got to choose, like you said, how committed am I to this friendship, and what's gonna be the end result. And I hold true to a scripture that the Bible talks about: save yourself. You got to get you away from this situation. Sometimes you got to watch the people you hang out with. So, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But man, it's a great show as usual. Thank you for what you bring to the table and everybody that views the opinions. I love DKM Media Group and the associates and the topics. And it's just real life scenarios, really.
Yes, sir.
Because these things really do happen. I'm about to go. Y'all take care.
Hey, love you, brother.
Yeah, love you
yes,
too,
sir.
Bro.
Badger, what do you do in that situation, man? You and 3 of your buddies, y'all in the car, police pull you over, drugs in the car. You know it's not yours. You don't even do drugs. You know it's not yours. What do you do? Do you tell it? What do you do?
I mean, why would I have friends that would put me in that situation to begin with?
Let's just deal with the scenario. What would you do?
I'd call them out, and I'd even tell them, I'm like, I apologize for you finding it in my vehicle, and if I need to go to jail too, then I am more than willing to do that. I take responsibility for that stuff. I'm not like a lot of people who's just going to sit there and try to lie their way out of it and everything. I'm just going to be upfront and honest.
Okay, that's good. Leonard, we got 3 minutes. What would you do?
I'm like Bishop. They're not mine. That's what I know. I know that's the truth. They're not mine.
But it's your car.
Know what I'm saying?
It's your car.
Yeah, it's my car. I tell you what, officer, you got him in handcuffs. Hold him, Schmitty. Give me your pistol. We'll find out who these drugs for.
Did you go Sanford and Son, Smithy?
Smitty, hold him, Smitty. Let me borrow your pistol. We'll find out who these drugs is for.
Yeah.
If that's what we just got to do. But if they not mine, they not mine.
Yeah.
Now I go downtown for what I got, for what my part in this. Especially if I'm driving and it's my car. You know the law.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take responsibility for all that, but they not my drugs.
Yeah.
But like I'm just like with Badger. I'm not riding with jokers like that. Too many times, and I thank God for it, I've not taken rides. I was so picky when I was a young brother. If you show up and me and you supposed to be going somewhere and somebody else in the car, we not riding, bro. That's where I'm from. We not riding like that. You're not gonna catch me like you catch all these other fools running around here.
And that's
I ride by myself.
Yeah. That's always been my MO, man. Like I said,
I can't control what other people do. No, bro, I can't ride with you.
nah, yo,
Yeah, man, we gonna run over such and such, bro. All right, then holler at me when you get back.
I used to tell them all the time, man. Look here, I meet you there. I meet you there. I'm driving my car, you drive yours, or whoever you gonna get there. Meet me there.
And it's like, we should have learned by now. We should have learned this by now. So this is why I'm very short on feelings when it comes to stuff like this. I can't ride with you if that's how you ride.
Exactly.
Brothers got to learn how to say, they got to have to learn how to put that standard out there.
Absolutely. You ready to get out of here? Let me go to Toya with a T. Toya with a T. We got 0 minutes, but I want to come to you with this scenario real quickly. Tell me what you do. You and 3 of your homegirls, y'all going out, hanging out one evening, and you driving. It's your car. Police pull y'all over, ask you, look here, is there anything in the car that I need to know about? And it's your car. Nah, ain't nothing in that. Nah. Can I search the vehicle? You content because you know nothing's in your car. Yeah, go ahead, search it. Look. They find drugs up under your seat. Put y'all on the corner, put y'all on the curb, and say, look here. Either one of y'all gonna claim this, or all 4 of y'all gonna take the rap for it. Toya, what do you do?
Oh, I'm telling, it ain't mine. That's happened before, actually. It ain't mine, but the person wasn't my friends. It was somebody younger than me that I should be protecting. At the end of the day, it still wasn't mine. I ain't gonna tell you what he had, but it ain't mine. You're gonna have to go ahead and do what you do, because that's my car, and I'm gonna handle that when whatever. But I'm not gonna let nobody search my car and stuff like that. No way, because I didn't do anything. Like searching for what? But if it's like heat, we know what we be doing. We gotta stop acting like we don't know what we be doing. But if it's heat and you know it's coming because of whatever, if I know who it is, I'm telling. And everybody that know me know I'm a snitch. I'm only going to jail for myself. When I commit crimes, I don't put nobody else in there, because I'm not going to tell on nobody if it's just me. So I'm not going to jail for nobody else. If I know it's you, I know it's yours, and it's in my car, I'm telling on you. Unless I encourage you to do it. But for the most part, no, I'm not going to jail for you. Oh, you have break. Oh, and you didn't tell me? Oh, no, officer, look, that's theirs. That's theirs. You can go ahead and handle that. But, it's just so many different scenarios if you are involved with that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? If it's something y'all know y'all normally do, you didn't tell them to put it out. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different scenarios that can change that. But, nah, if it ain't mine, I'm not going to jail for it. And everybody, no, I'm not going to do it.
Exactly. Be like that Bernie Mac skit. I tried to call you, Judge, but your line was busy. He did it, Judge. I saw him when he did. I tried to call you, but your line was busy.
Yeah, back from that. I can only go to jail for one person at a time, and that's me.
And on this day, self-preservation is the first. Somebody said self-preservation, the first law. Exactly. So, Toya with a T, tell me what's going on at 3:00 today.
Oh, if you don't know now, you know. If y'all want to hear this show in its full entirety, you can check it out today at 3:00 on DKM Radio.
Good deal. Now, Leonard, I got you praying us out today, brother. Pray us out.
Sure, dear Heavenly Father, thank you once again for another opportunity to share our stories as believers in Christ. We hope that we touch someone's heart this morning. These and other blessings we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Been a great broadcast. I got to play this here one more time before I go. Y'all make sure y'all make our way. Y'all make. That's this Saturday. Actually, that's this Saturday. This Saturday right here at DKM Media Group. It's gonna be from 8:00 until 12:00. It's DKM Appreciation. We're gonna have a great night of appreciating each other. We're gonna come together. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna dance. We're gonna have a lip sync competition. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. The only thing that's missing is you. So make sure you come this way. We're looking forward to having you right here at DKM Media Group and Associates. It's gonna be DKM Appreciation Day. Again, it's gonna be 80s, 90s. Now, don't come here. You heard the music that's in the promo. That's kind of music you're gonna hear. ladies' night and Cool in the Game and Barcades and Confunction. You're gonna hear stuff like that, Cameo and all stuff like that. You're gonna hear you're gonna have 80s, 90s, and 2000 music. Ain't gonna be gospel. Ain't gonna be gospel music. I just want to let you know before you get here. If you come, you think you'll hear some John P. Key, some Marvin Sapp and all that, and you ain't gonna hear it that night. You ain't gonna hear it. Rico, you ain't gonna hear it, man.
Let me ask you something.
Ask me something.
I didn't watch the Grammys last night, but I got a couple of previews, and I just want to know if you ain't. Well, I just want reassurance that you're not gonna do the same thing the Grammys did as far as the type of music that they're playing, cause they they let them perform WAP last night.
Oh no. We ain't no. We ain't doing no WAP. But y'all won't be hearing WAP. You know, y'all if that's on y'all playlist, y'all ain't gonna hear it. Y'all listen to it either on the way here in your car or on the way home from your car. But you ain't gonna hear it here. I promise you. I promise you. I can promise you. You won't hear
Turn
it.
up before they get there. Turn up before they get there. Huh?
Before you get listen all your WAP before you get here. Now we might get the little Soul Train line go on with the little what you call the little thing the line dance, what they call it, Rico?
Oh, the chart, not the
Cha-cha slide and all that stuff.
cha-cha slide and all that, and the electric slide. Yeah.
Yeah. We might do a little bit of that in here. Might do a little bit of that in here too. And let somebody come down the Soul Train line and do what they gonna do. We might say something like that might happen, but WAP and all that stuff and nah. Don't look for it. Don't look for it. But listen, it is now 10:06. It's time for us to get out of here for today. I want to thank everybody for joining us. And more than that, I want to thank you for allowing DK Media Group and associates and the Morning Glow for being a part, allow us to be a part of your morning. Good morning. Somebody say something to me. I'll check your message in just 1 second. It is now 10:06. You're about to exit the Morning Glow. But before you go, I want you to do me two favors, if you will. One, I want you to continue to pray for us because we're certainly praying for each and every one of you. Number two, why this is real simple. I want you to go out there, find somebody, and give them a hug because you never know. It could be the only hug that they get, or it could very well be their last. Love you, and ain't nothing you could do about it. Have a great day and a better tomorrow. And we shine some of this light on you from the Morning Glow. Take it out there into this wicked and cruel world that we live in, and let your light so shine. You have a great day. Love you. And take an opportunity if you get a chance, give somebody else some love. You just might find some love in return. Y'all have a great day. Again, love you and take care of each other.